Go ahead, John.
Let's go. We're live, guys. Canada, Sweden, 4 nations. The legend Jeremiah Maxwell, host of NHL Nightly. Guys, if you haven't seen it yet, you're missing out. Live Monday through Friday, 10 p.m. Eastern time. And of course, it's great to kind of be doing a duo stream here for the game. So 4 nations is a little puck drop action tonight for the first game. And then tomorrow night is U.S. Finland. And we'll see the rest of the tournament on its way. But it's awesome, guys. I'm looking at the chat right now. We've already got 30 people in the YouTube chat, 60 across the board. So appreciate you guys being here. Make sure you guys spread the link around, share the stream. Now we already got 50 in the YouTube chat. So awesome. Can we just get W's in the chat? Let's go. Let's get hyped up. My food's about to get here. So I'm going to kick it back to Jeremiah here for like 5-10 minutes while I get my food. I'll say where I'm based right now. I'm Nashville right now, Jeremiah, Alaska. So we're both in the US watching the TNT live stream. It's going to be electric. I'm so excited. Jeremiah, kind of give your little spiel on what you're looking for in this tournament. And I mean, look at the live chat. Just get some W's in the chat for, if not for me, for Jeremiah. Look at that beard and look at the great jerseys in the background there.
Yeah, I didn't have a Canada or Sweden one. I'm so sorry. Probably easier to get some Canada jerseys in Canada for sure. But I put Mitch Marner and Elias Pettersson up, so I think we got a thing.
We got some good representation right there.
Yes. Sports beer. Thank you, IceX. Sweden hands Canada the L, he says. What are you thinking?
Oh, hot take.
This is going to be their toughest game, I think, right away. You have a much tougher matchup. And I only would discredit Finland just because of their injuries. But you know what, man? You got to play the games. All these things. But obviously Canada is the favorite, right?
Yep. No, I mean, I think Canada's the favorite. I think the big part here again, it's a massive loss. Is Quinn Hughes not playing for Team USA? And again, USA's defense, I still think is better than Canada's per se. But I think, and actually Wayne Gretzky made a great point in the pregame, is Canada's offense and how dominant they are is they can control a lot of the game. And I'm not discrediting Team USA because you have the likes of Jack Eichel, Austin Matthews, Jack Hughes. That offense is going to be great still. But you're talking about Nathan McKinnon, Sidney Crosby, Connor McDavid. I mean, Jeremiah, correct me if I'm wrong. I think those are Crosby's obviously later in his career here, but Nathan McKinnon and Connor McDavid, I think those are the 2 best players in the National Hockey League right now.
Yeah, maybe you could make a case for Leon Draisaitl, right?
Yep. But then again, not in this tournament. So I think the next best guy after those guys is maybe Matthews when he's at his best. I mean,
I don't know, man. I just feel like I feel like Jack Eichel, when he was in the Stanley Cup final and they won, played maybe the best 2-way hockey I've ever seen in my life. Walking down, taking the puck right off McDavid's stick. I just feel like I get it, but like how those, I don't know, man. You got to play the games. I will say 43 minutes to puck drop is brutal. Like, way too much but hey, 108 across all platforms. That's pretty good. The Instagram crapped the bread right before we went. So we're doing good with 3 platforms tonight. That's pretty awesome.
I was going to say my food, I guess she's right at the door. So I'll be literally 10 seconds. I'll be right back.
Yeah, get your food. HTH has to eat. I did a pregame meal already. Yeah. Kucherov is up there, Darkness. I don't think. I think you could make a case for him too. I thought he was the Hart Trophy winner last year, guys. So, yeah, I just, you could make the argument Russia has the best goaltending in the world. So the fact that they're not there is crazy. But the good news is there'll be an 8-team World Cup of Hockey in 2028. That's pretty awesome. So 51st State Cup. Oh boy. We're starting it already. Okay. Yeah. All right. Hello, Emery.
Let's go.
GK one. You'll have to tell me that one. Somebody had a big long comment. Oh yeah. This is happening to me too, John. Jake Doe says, "Hey John, did you see my comment by only member videos are now appearing in the videos tab where you post non-member videos? Can you hide them? I don't want to see them. I will like comments. I don't know what."
I see what they're saying. I guess they're just basically saying that the member only videos are appearing in the regular video tab. I didn't think that was a big deal, but I could, here's the thing. The member video stuff is like, I've kind of put some old videos on there. I've put some behind the scenes stuff because here's the thing. I think that's like cool stuff to kind of look back on. I don't know necessarily like it needs to be public content at this point, but people that like pay for a member, I obviously really appreciate the support of the channel, and you guys get kind of see me look like an idiot back in the day. So I think
I don't know. You have a couple shirtless videos there that you know, like,
yeah, those are on those are up. That's the kind of member content you get. So
I did a little bit of one. I did a little shirtless, not rant, but a little bit of a. The Bean Pot was Monday, and BU won, and BC is the #1 team in the nation. And to put it in Canadian terms, like, who's like the 8th best OHL team right now?
The 8th best?
Yeah, like who's like the 8th best OHL team? Like, let's just say Owen Sound. Use them as an example.
Well, Owen Sound, yeah, I would actually give you the answer. I think the 8th best is probably like the Sudbury Wolves.
Okay, perfect. Sudbury Wolves beat the London Knights. That's what that would be, kind of to put it in context.
Okay.
But Cole Hudson, who's like 5'9", obliterates this Dean Letourneau kid. You know who Dean Letourneau is?
Yeah,
he's the
like
boss
6'7", 6'6".
He's 6'7". He's like 225. Obviously, he hasn't grown into his body. He's a beanpole at 225 at 6'7". You know.
Yep.
You're being a tall guy yourself. And like they dominated the second and the third period. And that this Yegorov goalie they have, who by the way has already been drafted. You know who got him is, I believe, the New Jersey Devils. Unbelievable. So it's going to be interesting.
I was going to say, Jeremiah, we already got 115 in the YouTube chat. Guys, make sure you smash that like button. I want everyone to stick around. We're going to have some good engagement going in the chat. We're definitely going to get some good commentary going. I've got the game on. Jeremiah's got the game on. So make sure you guys stick around. It's going to be a real fun time. Like I said, we've only been live for 10 minutes. So the fact that we have 100 live viewers on YouTube is amazing. So I hope you guys do stick around. Let's try to get this to be the best Sweden Canada live stream on YouTube tonight. Spec, Logan, what's going on?
Yeah, lots of Canada.
Well. Yes,
I did Jesse Ferguson. It's Cam Allen. He's actually a Washington draft pick too. He got arrested for DUI. He plays for the London Knights.
Yeah, really bad. You know what? I still can't believe people don't learn, especially with what's happened in the hockey world.
What's the drinking age in Canada, though? I think he's like
19.
20.
It's 19.
Oh, so I think he's like 20. So he wasn't underage by Canada law. But remember, guys,
completely unacceptable. It's actually sickening, honestly.
Well, I got to ask you, does the OHL not have a program where if their players are out maybe having a good time, will they come pick them up and get their car? Like there's a number they could call? Because in the Army, when I served in the Army, we had the CQ desk. Now they have a program where they'll come get you and your car and drive you to where you need to go so you don't get behind the wheel. So anyway,
they call an Uber, right? Call an Uber.
Yeah. Dude.
Especially for a guy like that who's going to make money in the NHL and might not now. He might not now, right? Here's the thing. And this, I don't want to go too deep into the weeds here, Jeremiah. We'll move on. But just to quickly kind of just answer that question is it's very simple. As Jesse said, don't drink and drive. And the second part of it is, as you said, the access to Ubers. This was a guy that, I mean, bigger picture, it's just complete stupidity. You had a whole career ahead of you where you make a lot of money. In the grand scheme of things, $20 for an Uber is nothing. So it's so simple. And especially for what's happened here in the hockey world, and especially for the Goudreau brothers and how close that was for hockey, it's actually disturbing that months later, a player and a person would make the decision to do that. So we'll move on from that conversation, but I was definitely disturbed to see that. The OHL's suspending him indefinitely. We'll see what happens.
Oh, he's getting suspended indefinitely. Wow. So, we'll see. I think it's a very bad thing. Because
they're going to investigate what happened.
Well, basically. He fled an act. I read a little bit of it. Looks like there was a little bit of a fender bender, and he left the scene, which is very bad. It's illegal, obviously, in any country. I think you can't do that. So, yeah, I mean, I hope this kid's life isn't over, but I hope he learned a valuable lesson. And fortunately, nobody was hurt. Significantly.
It sounded like the passenger was hurt, but not like life threatening.
No one's. You know what I mean.
Logan says favorite OHL team. I
Bulldogs.
I think it's an easy answer. I think it's an easy answer for me, but I was going to say Jeremiah might have a different answer, but the Bulldogs for me, obviously I'm going to represent, and it's cool. I'm gonna be able to meet Zach Hyman later in the week, so I'll let you guys know how that goes. But
Merrick had Hyman on his show today. That was a pre-recorded interview, so Jeff was actually in the chat talking with the fans quite a bit there, and I was like, "Tell Zach to say hi to John Viveiros."
Yeah, I'll see him. I fly back from Nashville tomorrow night, and then
at least you're not driving.
No, thank God. Yeah, so I fly back from Nashville tomorrow night, and then Friday, the Bulldogs have a game. They're hosting Valentine's night. Come out if you want.
Yes.
So, Zach will be around. I'm gonna have a chat with him, and then might do some content or something with him. So that'll be cool.
So I was gonna say my favorite OHL team was the Sudbury Wolves, because that was the team you first started working for.
Yeah.
But you don't work there anymore, so I got to root for the Bulldogs. But I always kind of had a special kinship with the Kingston Frontiacs, because that, Doug Gilmour is my all-time favorite player, and he's from there. And I always thought, oh, Kingston Frontiacs. Didn't he coach there for a while too back in the day? So I don't know. But
there's a lot of connect. I mean, Kingston's a big organization, and London's a big organization. The Bulldogs are coming, so keep an eye. But and there's been some championships in recent years here. But yeah, I mean, London and Kingston are definitely some big organizations. For
last year's champion was Patrick Waugh's team, right? From Quebec Major Junior League.
Overall, sorry, I wasn't following. For the Q for sure. I mean, Patrick Waugh, that was like the best exposure possible for him, because then
if you say favorite OHL team, I'll give you an OHL team, but I have a favorite team of all time that's a Canadian Hockey League team, and that's the Spokane Chiefs. That's very close to where I grew up. So they were only about 3 hours from where I grew up in Montana. So big time Spokane Chief fan. And they got my boy Andrew Cristall now. They traded for him. So Andrew Cristall,
I saw that.
So but I'll being a West Coaster like I am, I'll always, Portland Winterhawks, Seattle Thunderbirds, those teams, I follow those. Obviously there's the ones in Vancouver too. I can't name all of them. There's so many of them.
Yeah, there's so many in BC. I mean, Cam Loops. Blazers represent. You got some good guys coming out of there. But yeah, I mean, there's
Regina St. Pat's.
Yep.
Colby Armstrong will swear by the Western Hockey League. Big tough guy. All guys that look like you, John, 6'3", farm boys. All right, Richard Cochran, new member. Let's go, Richard.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Richard. Big shout, elite member. We got 100 in the chat, guys. Again, make sure you go hit that subscribe button, hit that like. Let's try to get, I think I actually had, there we go. The live sub count right now we just passed 54.1. So big shout out to you guys. Let's keep that number going up throughout the show and throughout the live stream. So Jeremiah, from start time, technically, it won't be puck drop, but we're less than 15 minutes out. Let's try to preview a little bit of the game here. I know you have the rosters in front of you.
Yeah.
We'll start with Team Sweden. I know there's a lot of Canadians in the chat, but Team Sweden, here's the thing. I think there's going to be some guys that we really have an eye out for. One of them being William Nylander, right? I think Nylander, he's seeing his kind of fellow teammates. I'm going to put the volume lower here, but
he's been money.
He's been money, and he sees his fellow teammates in terms of Austin Matthews and Mitch Marner, the two big market country teams here in USA and Canada. So here's the thing. I think Sweden is that scary team for me, and I don't like that Canada is actually facing off against Sweden first for a couple of reasons. One being, I actually think their defense is not being talked about enough. The fact that Rasmus Andersson is a healthy scratch for this game says a lot. You have game breakers on this defense group. Erik Karlsson and Victor Hedman, of course, they're getting older, but they're experienced. They know the international stage, and those guys are game breakers, regardless of where they're at in their career. And then you have a guy like Rasmus Dahlin, who's really just shaping into his prime form, which is an overall amazing. And
they're playing him on the third pair.
Yeah, exactly. So that says a lot.
Gustav Forsling, who was easily the best defenseman in the Stanley Cup Finals last year.
Yeah. So, I mean, here's the thing. Team Sweden, they've got, I would say, rocks back there too. I mean, Matthias Ekholm is nothing to, you can't underrate Matthias Ekholm. He's a legend. Yeah, Moose Jaw Warriors represent Morgan Riley, my guy. But yeah, here's the thing. I think Canada's got to be careful tonight. And my logic here is, I think this is where a game like this coming into a tournament, I like where Canada, the direction they took. I actually, you know what, Jeremiah, I kind of did a bit of a flip. I don't know if you agree with me or disagree with me on this. I think actually looking at it now, Team USA made bigger controversial picks than Canada did. So Here's the thing.
Yeah.
I'll give you the example of what I'm getting at.
Yeah, Brock Nelson.
Tage Thompson, Clayton Keller.
Yep.
I think you could make the argument for Cole Caulfield, but basically what I'm getting at is Brock Nelson and Chris Kreider have had some brutal numbers and frankly have had a brutal year for their standards, specifically Kreider. Are you on the lens of role players to that degree, even if they're not playing well in veterans, or do you think the missed opportunity here was Tage Thompson or one of those guys?
Yeah, I think they had an identity they wanted to go with, and they, I think they used some analytics in some of their thought processes, and I wasn't really that fired up. I don't really want to say what my real thoughts are about this tournament because I'm not sure what it means. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, I see what you're saying. I think there's going to be a lot of debate on especially the outcome. I think this is where you're going at this is because there's certain nations omitted from here. There's certain players that are not part of it. What is the stake of this tournament for one? And two, is there any contributions to this tournament towards we had the conversation, the debate the other night, Jeremiah. I know you were not hot on it, but the Hall of Fame status, basically, anyone winning this tournament, I wonder because Canada, for example, a Sidney Crosby, who's already got that resume, I don't think this tournament really affects him versus a Team USA. If Jack Eichel wins the Four Nations, adding to his Stanley Cup, I think that contributes a little bit.
I would say it probably ultimately means more to the other countries to win it other than Canada because Canada wins everything.
Not anymore.
They haven't won the last two World Juniors. We can dive into why we think that is. I think a lot of that has to do with politics that go on. And I'm not talking about politics in the general sense of.
No, you're talking about hockey politics. This is a totally different thing. I mean, here's the thing. Just straight out, Luke not Luke. I was going to say Misa. Michael Misa. Luke Misa's his brother. Luke's also in the OHL. But Michael Misa not making Team Canada, and he's going to be breaking CHL records this year. That says enough. You don't even have to go anywhere past that. Michael Misa is breaking CHL records this year. Also, Nick Lardis just broke the Bulldogs all-time, and
he wasn't on the team either, right?
He wasn't even invited, Jeremiah.
Yeah.
He wasn't even invited to the camp. Nick Lardis
Andrew Cristall wasn't invited. I think he was setting records.
He was up there. But my point is I know I'm close to home with the Bulldogs, but Nick Lardis, 52 goals now in less games. He's got over a goal per game, Jeremiah, in the OHL.
I like what Jeff Merrick says. Jeff Merrick has a really good perspective on this, and he really loves international hockey. He says it's his favorite thing. He says you just take the best players and they'll figure out how to do it. You don't have to bring your best fourth liner guy because look, we said Anthony Cirelli was going to be a third line guy. There's he's the fourth line with Hagel and Konechny. It's just skill up and down the lineup. I don't think this is going to be played the same way. What this kind of reminds me of, honestly, is pre-salary cap NHL, where you had teams that had just stacked lines. We don't see that anymore, and we really haven't seen that for the last 20 years. You either win the cup with above average talent, or you have, because look, the top line guys get shut down. Draisaitl, McDavid did nothing the last two games of the series, but they won one game and they lost one. Yeah. It's just how it works. Now that being said, Reinhart scored big games. I think certain guys step up in big games. I mean, a lot of people don't remember in the golden goal, Crosby was, correct me if I'm wrong, that's the only point he had in the entire Olympics was that goal. I believe that was the correct, or that was the only goal he scored.
I think he was the only goal he scored, I believe.
Right.
You might be onto something there.
USA beat Canada earlier in that thing. What does it mean?
I think overall, Jeremiah, it's about, you were kind of alluding to it there, is the gamer aspect, who shows up at the right time.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, that this has been my argument for Mitch Marner for years, Jeremiah, is where does it matter when, sure, you put up 90 points or 100-point pace in the regular season, but when it matters, it just doesn't happen. I know you kind of just talked about that with McDavid and Draisaitl. When it mattered most, they didn't do it. But at the same time, I disagree with that because
they also scored big goals to get them there, too.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. you can't call Draisaitl not a gamer. I mean, the guy scored more playoff points.
No, what do you mean? I wasn't saying that. I was saying
I'm not saying you're doing that. I'm saying
there's
in
other people.
general. I'm not saying that.
No, I know.
I'm
But
saying,
what I'm getting at is those two guys basically said, "Hey, Oilers, I'm going to carry you on my back and get you to there." So what you're saying is 100% right. Like, how many times have we seen McDavid score a big goal? I mean, I remember the Game 7 goal a couple of years ago against LA. Like, that was ridiculous. The guy basically carried the puck all around the offensive zone until he finally was able to put it home. But no, you're totally right. The Sam Reinhart one is huge because I think Sam Reinhart in the last few years has been one of the most underrated players in the National Hockey League. And it's funny because I feel like his teammate will say Barkov was kind of known as that underrated guy, but I think slowly Barkov became less underrated. Like, we recognize him now as a top 10 center in the league, where I think Reinhart, he's really come onto the scene where, and again, I think
he scored that big goal in Game 7, the GWG. You know, that guy was money. Everybody's like, oh, Skinner should have had it. Well, it was a great shot.
It was a ridiculous shot. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Florida's just got guys like that. Like, Verhaeghe's not having the best year, but that short side goal for Verhaeghe past Swayman, past his left shoulder in Game 7 to win it, to beat Boston. Like, obviously Boston was up in that series 3-1. Florida comes back and Verhaeghe. So I think there is something to be said. Truly, Canada couldn't just take Tampa Bay players and Florida players to this tournament. So here's the thing. Some guys had to be left off. But frankly, I mean, it is all about winning pedigree, right? And that's why we do see 3 Lightning players on this Team Canada. We see, obviously, a guy like Sam Reinhart in a big role here. Sam Bennett as well from the Florida Panthers. So it's crazy, man. I mean, 5 guys from the Florida teams on Team Canada, and then obviously spread around on other teams as well.
I don't know if I haven't seen him in the chat, our friend Logan Hacker, but I will say, I saw Braden Point sitting at 47 games, last game of the season, score a hat trick in live. Just like, he is so good. If you don't watch this guy play, he deserves to be on Team Canada. And I get Cirelli because I think that guy is like a Yannick Perreault to give Leafs fans, he would just win a face-off. The guy was guaranteed 80%, just ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's the type of player you're getting with Cirelli. Outside of those two guys, could you have interchanged Cirelli for Mark Scheifele? Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And Mark Scheifele probably could have been on the team.
I think the defensive aspect for Cirelli, though, is what makes the difference there. But I'm with you. I will say, does it make the world of a difference if they picked, I'm giving an example, like if they picked Tavares and Scheifele over Bennett and Cirelli? Probably not. But here's the thing. It is about coaches' trust.
Well, I will say this, though. Don't you think Bennett does some things that a lot of players won't do?
Oh, I agree with you big time.
Not discrediting John Tavares.
No, I'm with you. But Sam Bennett's not even in the lineup tonight.
Well, there's a reason, because they have so many good players.
Oh, I know. So
weren't a couple guys sick though too? I heard Konechny was out.
Yeah, Konechny was ill, but he's back. So I actually love the fourth line, Hagel and Cirelli. And here's the thing, guys. I just want to give Canadian fans not assurances here, but understanding of the thought process here. Lightning fans, I don't need to tell you this because you've watched it all year. Hagel and Cirelli have been one of the best duos, and specifically on the penalty kill. I think Hagel has put up some shorthanded goals. It might have been Hagel or Cirelli. Either way, it doesn't really matter. What I'm getting at is those two guys on the penalty kill and 5-on-5, frankly, have been great. And having those two guys on a fourth line with Konechny, it gives that shit disturber vibe, Jeremiah. It gives that get under your skin. So my thing is Sam Bennett is that, but Sam Bennett hasn't had a great year production wise. He just hasn't. So I think that's
what our gold medalist for Canada friend Rick Smith says.
Big shout out to Rick.
He says he would like Flower on there. I actually thought they missed the boat on this one, and they should have had him on the team myself, Rick.
I think overall they missed the boat on goaltending. I think there's no debate. I think here's the thing. I watch what Logan Thompson's doing. I know you're kind of trying to be hesitant and trying to be non-biased, Jeremiah, but let's just call it how it is. Logan Thompson in his last 100 NHL starts has one of the best numbers for Canadian NHL goalies. There's no debate on numbers and fact, and that is a fact. In the last 100 games, he has a 920 or 915, 920 save percentage. That is a fact.
Yeah, I mean, Canadian Bong Ripper, great name, by the way. We'll just say we're not saying that they needed Fleury to play. but just to have him as that locker room presence. Here's a
As
guy
the
he's
third
won
goalie, I
played
can
in a bunch of Stanley Cup finals. He was sharing the net in 2 of those cup championships with Matt Murray. He played a bunch. They both played a bunch. You know, like they had that 2-headed monster. They were able to do that. And so and Fleury being kind of a keep the, you know, he's very, you know,
he's humorous. He's light.
Yeah.
He keeps the good morale. He's
Yeah,
a Stanley Cup winner. I mean, there's so many. You could go on and on and on about the reasons.
Yeah, that's why we're talking about having him. That's the one place where I felt like you could probably just have a throwaway thing. Look, I mean, you know, you could make the argument that the U.S. left. You know, they left Thatcher Demko off too, but he's just been hurt so much that I think even Vancouver would have probably said, "Hey," and it does suck that Quinn Hughes is not there, but this doesn't mean anything, right? If Canada doesn't win this, are they going to say, well, Russia wasn't there, blah, blah, blah? You know,
yeah, I don't know.
But if USA wins it, what I see, that's what I'm wondering. Like, does it, I just wonder what the naysayers will say because like I heard a lot, oh, Canada, we didn't win the World Juniors because, you know, the coach was stubborn or they picked the wrong team. If we had this, Bedard wasn't there, Celebrini wasn't there. Okay, I get that. That's fair. I mean, Ryan Leonard could be playing in the NHL right now. He chose not to.
Yeah.
I just think it's a weird argument, and that's why I'm like,
I think only certain people. It's an agenda thing, Jeremiah. I don't think everyone's on that lens. I think a lot of our viewers here also like. There's not too many excuses, but. Anyways, guys, we've already gained 5 subscribers, so let us know if that was you. We've got 160 in the YouTube chat. Thank you so much. Let's try to get 200 people in here. Let's try to get 100 likes before puck drop. Puck drop's coming in less than 10 minutes, and looking at it right now, we have 50 likes, guys. I think we could do 100 likes before puck drop. I believe in this chat. Like I said, here's the live sub count right there. Let's keep getting that up. If you hit that subscribe button, you'll see that number go up throughout the stream. But definitely hit that subscribe button and hit that like button. All right, let's do predictions. Give me a 1 in the chat if you think Sweden's going to win this game, a 2 in the chat if you think Canada's going to win this game. Get your goal scorer predictions in the chat. Jeremiah, I want to hear from you. I'll go first to give you a second to think about it. I'm going to go Canada in a close one. I think they're going to give us a bit of a scare potentially. We'll see. I'm going to go 4-3 or 5-3 Canada final. I think Binnington, here's the thing. I put a lot of respect on Binner. He's the Stanley Cup winner. Sure. I don't necessarily think the goaltending here is going to be the game breakers here. Let me rephrase. I think the goaltending might be game breakers on a negative aspect. I think it's going to be, I think it's going to be other factors in this game where the goaltending will be only a factor in a negative way, not a positive way. I could be wrong on that in terms of Sweden, because Philip Gustafsson can really turn it on. So I will say, if Philip Gustafsson has an absolute game, you know, I'm the one that jinxed it because I could see him putting up a 40 save performance. Yes. But I do think with Canada's offense, eventually at some point it's going to be too much. Here's the thing. World Junior upsets. I've seen Canada have their upsets, but we're talking again, Connor McDavid, Sidney Crosby, Nathan McKinnon, Sam Reinhart. There's just too many scorers and gamers on this roster. I think they will eventually break through even if Philip Gustafsson has a great start to the game. So I'll go 4-3, 5-3 final. I think goal scorers. I know Rico's not here to put his props. I'm going to go Nathan McKinnon with a goal, and I'm going to go William Nylander with a goal. Jeremiah, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I could see Sweden winning this game. I mean, their third line is Joel Eriksson Ek, Lucas Raymond, and Jesper Bratt. If you don't watch those guys play on the regular, they're solid. You know, I mean, their fourth line is Victor Arvidsson, Elias Lindholm, Gustav Nyquist. They don't have a bad defensive pair. Hedman, Brodin, Matthias Ekholm, and Carlson. Gustav Forlings and Rasmus Dahlin.
The fact that the third pair is that is just disgusting.
So here's the thing that would scare me. If Carlson has been brutal this year, just watching him, I have yet to see a game where I feel like he's put it together for a full 60 minutes. So that scares me. But Matthias Ekholm is used to playing with Evan Bouchard, who's not much better defensively. Actually would argue that maybe he's probably worse.
It's close. It's close.
Yeah. By the way, 260 on all platforms. And for whatever reason, we're getting a lot of people watching in Twitch, and I believe we're getting some people from Sweden. So
let's go. Yeah. Let's go, guys. Make sure you guys follow and subscribe on all platforms that we're live. Guys, we are now 185 on YouTube. We are 38 likes away from 100. Puck drops coming up. I know we can get 100 likes here on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to the Hot Take Hockey YouTube channel and follow us, Hot Take Hockey and Sports Beard on Twitter, X as well. But again, as I said, I think we should be able to get 100 likes easy, guys. Easy money. You want your team to win? We have 180 live viewers and only 62 likes. I think that should be easy money.
So that being said, I think if this game goes to overtime, Canada wins easy because of.
Ooh, that could be a jinx, guys.
No, because
trying to jinx us.
No, it's 3-on-3, John. You have Connor McDavid and Nathan McKinnon, who skates. Nobody skates faster than Nathan McKinnon at 20-mile-per-hour. There was a big thing on it today on Morning Cup of Hockey. McKinnon has the most speed burst. He blows McDavid out of the water. Everybody's like, "Oh, McDavid's up." It's like 100 more times. This is how powerful a skater. He's unreal. And the thing I'll say about McKinnon, you know who was third on the list? You know who third on the list was? Marty Necas.
Wow.
Very interesting. Good. Once again, I am saying
Nathan McKinnon effect. Yeah, I know you're downing on Carolina for the Rantanen trade.
No, I'm not downing on Rantanen. I love Rantanen. I just
downing on Carolina. Colorado.
I think this is going to be such a huge thing for Colorado with the cap flexibility that they're going to have with Marty Necas, that it's going to open. I watched them beat Edmonton the other day. McKinnon wants to win a lot. I think this is a 3-1 Canada. Is that fair?
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair. If
Bennington is, I have not
seen. We need a big game for Benner.
Ooh, we got a dono here, John.
Hey, Jimmy Anderson with. I think that will be worth 5 or 10. Regardless, thank you so much for the dono. Says it's 2 a.m. here in Sweden, but this is worth it. I'm very excited. Let's go Sweden. Let's go, Jimmy. Let's go.
It's 50 of whatever that is.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm trying to remember what the color is, but yeah, it's a 50 bomb. Let's go.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say Joey had that comment on the screen there. It's like old times. HTH. We got some streams going again, which is awesome. Definitely. Hey, here's the thing, guys. I've been traveling for work here and there, and I do a lot of I have like 5 different jobs on the go right now. So the fact that I can keep YouTube going and big shout out to my friend here, Jeremiah, and everyone kind of contributed to the streams. I hope you guys stick around. Here's the thing. It's a lot of people. I'll say this.
We have a question real quick, John. He says, what are the overtime and shootout rules? There's no shootout. It's 10 minutes of 3-on-3, right?
No. So this regulation round robin is shootout. It's 10 minutes, 3-on-3. Then it goes to
shootout. Then a shootout. Okay. And then the final is
just golden goal.
5-on-5 overtime until it's over.
Yes. So yeah, round robin is 3-on-3 for 10 minutes. So we get longer. Here's the thing. I think the NHL should do this full time. My hot take and my conspiracy, and I don't think it's much of a conspiracy. Jeremiah, I think they're testing it out here. I think so. I've heard around. I'll just tell you guys. And
I've been saying 10-minute overtimes forever. Yeah. I actually wanted 4-on-4 for 5 and 3-on-3 for 5. Yeah. But I'm with you.
So you're getting a little inside scoop here. So what I've heard is that they were considering 2 different things. I could be wrong on this, so someone could definitely call me out. But the 2 things that I think were being considered was 10-minute 3-on-3 overtime, or doing a 5-minute 4-on-4 and then 5-minute 3-on-3 to split it up to give the guys a little bit of a break. I don't think that was ever seriously considered, but I know that they were trying to, basically what they were trying to do is, okay, 4-on-4 overtime like it used to be. I don't know if it wasn't that long ago, guys. I think it was like a decade ago when we used to have 4-on-4 overtime in the NHL. They obviously switched to 3-on-3 and they've gone 5-minute 3-on-3. What they're doing, I think, in this tournament is they're going to be experimenting how the players feel. And because there's been some concern from some guys that if they do 10-minute 3-on-3 overtime and a shootout, that's a lot for the guys. You're talking about 60 minutes of hockey, then 10 minutes of 3-on-3.
10 minutes of 3-on-3 and get rid of the shootout. I'd be okay with the shootout.
So what's the result there?
And you just have a tie. You just have a tie.
That's a debate, guys. Chat. Let us know. It's a good point. I think it's a great debate.
Why can't we go back to the soccer has a tie? It's fine for regular season. We're trying to keep these guys' legs fresh for the playoffs where they don't get paid. Just go to 10. I guarantee you we'll have very few games that don't end in a 10-minute 3-on-3.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. 10 minutes especially. Diana says greatest hockey country in the world. Thank you, Diana, for being here. Guys, we're going to try to pull some more comments on the board. Please, again, hit that subscribe button on YouTube here. We have 180 live viewers. We are 20 likes away now from 100. I'm pushing that goal. We got to get there. Let's do it. And Nick says bring back ties and get rid of pity points.
Yeah, it's a skill. It's a skill thing. It really doesn't make any difference and who wins the shootout. I feel like nowadays, if you win in a shootout, it's like whatever, you got the extra point. Yeah. So it's I mean, if you just get rid of that extra point, maybe if you make it 3 points for a regulation win, 2, whatever. I know they don't want to do that, but it is what it is. It puts emphasis on winning the game in regular time. So I did see this thing says it's a lot for the fans. 3-on-3 is a lot backwards looping and boring. I don't mind ties. I think if anything, a 5-minute 4-on-4 cut it. Yeah, I think what they were wanting to do though was get a decision, and that's why they went to the 3-on-3. Coaches will coach this stuff, right? And that's why we see the down and back so much, where guys go back and reload. But if you add the 10 minutes, you're only adding 5 more minutes. A period is 20, so it's half a period. I don't mind it. And I think they could get rid of the shootout. I feel like the shootout, it's kind of lost its luster. It's great for international play when you do have a limited time to kind of decide a factor, and we'll still get that, but yes, it's a skills competition. Like RKO says, it's a skills competition, and you can juke the goalie, but it is what it is. And I just worry too, like our goaltenders, we putting a lot of pressure on them physically, especially in shootouts, but it feels like the games aren't going to shootouts as much. So if they go to 10 minutes, not. No, I hope we don't see one in this tournament. I like the 10-minute idea, and I think it's going to be great for
if it works out, then they'll keep it. I think for next, I think they can implement it as soon as next season, guys. I really do. But we got the guys on the ice. Jeremiah, what are you seeing? We'll have to figure it out if you're a little.
Yeah, I've got Team Sweden coming on. Canada's already on the ice. That makes sense. Canada coming out. It's in Montreal. These games are going to be in Montreal, and then we've got games in Boston, right? So I think because it's such a short tournament, there's going to be a lot of pressure to win right now. I think if a team gets up early, like if Sweden gets up 2 or 3 goals early somehow, Canada makes a goaltending change, it could put a lot of pressure on Canada. I feel like they have the talent to, overcome a 3-goal deficit. We used to say worst league in hockey was 2 goals. I don't feel like that's the case anymore. No. I really feel like 3 or 4 goals you get erased. So
I was going to say just quickly before, I see the dono. So Ken makes a good point, and they are kind of doing that in this tournament, guys. So basically a regulation win in this tournament is 3 points.
Yes.
A win in overtime or shootout is 2 points. And then you go down the list, a loss in overtime or shootout, 1 point, a loss in regulation, 0. So that's how it works. I like it. I like the structure there. That's how they're doing it. Big shout out to Jimmy. Thank you again for the dono. 50 bomb. Let's go. It says, speaking about Colorado, Peter Forsberg is the expert on Swedish broadcasting company that airs the tournament.
That's awesome, Jimmy. I have a Peter Forsberg jersey, one of the toughest players ever in the NHL. And the guy, basically skated on 2 bad feet his whole entire career. Unbelievable player. Was filthy, nasty, dirty, as far as just a tough guy to play against. So 2-time Stanley Cup champ. So yeah, big time. And gold medalist too. I was on that 06 gold medal team. So I mean, I think the rest, it's like the NBA, you're seeing like the USA used to dominate. I think the rest of the world's catching up to the US when it comes to basketball. And I think the rest of the world's catching up to Canada when it comes to hockey. So, Sweden has, they've done more on the international stage than the US has in the last few decades when it comes to like gold, at the men's level. So, so has Czechia. So
I was going to say, I'm laughing right now because the Montreal crowd just booed William Nylander.
Yeah. So you're a little bit ahead of me.
Okay, so they're booing the Swedish NHL guys, but they were definitely booing Nylander the most there. Obviously, Toronto Maple Leaf, Montreal.
There's
crowd.
Not a Swedish Montreal Canadian, is there? There's not a Swede on that team, or that's on the roster here anyway.
No, not on the roster. Finland's got Joel Armia.
Yep.
I think is that about it? That might be it.
Yeah.
Oh, well, sorry, Montembeault on Canada.
Well, right, but but they're gonna cheer regardless for Canada.
Yeah. I was thinking of the other teams as well.
So I
medal with the 5. Sorry, I got to shout out the dono. Says 5-minute 3-on-3, 5-minute 2-on-2, 5-minute 1-on-1 shootout. That's the natural progression. So Stinging, They do that in minor hockey tournaments, which I think is the
Love it.
craziest thing. So
I love
Jeremiah, I was part of a tournament like that one time, and it was the most fun but most anxious situation ever, because I jumped on for a 2-on-2. I don't know if I did the 1-on-1, I forget, but the 2-on-2 was already stressful enough because you jump in the play and then all of a sudden it's a breakaway going the other way. And then the 1v1 is just another thing. I don't know about 5 minutes, but I will say in some tournaments, I would love to see it more where it's 5 minutes 3-on-3, then maybe like 2 minutes of 2v2 and then 1 minute of 1v1.
I don't think I would do 1v1, but I definitely would do 2v2. That would be fun to watch.
Yeah. Great donation.
3-on-3 is great.
Great donation. That's awesome.
Yeah, I love it. That's very cool. Stinging Metal. Love it.
Stinging Metal. Great supporter of the
fan.
channel. Great supporter of the channel. I appreciate that big time.
When I got my Brady Tkachuk captaincy black, their new Senators jersey, so clean, I had to get one. He scored the overtime game winner that day. So I was like, became lore. I was like, I just got this jersey and he scores overtime. And of course I'm a huge Brady Tkachuk fan because, he's a US guy. I'm a big US. I always root for the US players on their teams and stuff. So, we got
160 we got 190 in the YouTube chat, Jeremiah. Guys, again, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And Sportsbeard, we're close. We're 10 likes away, guys, from 100 likes, and
that's crazy.
Drop.
317 across all platforms, 195 in the YouTube, 115 on X, and 7 in Twitch. I've never had this many.
It's a record.
And we didn't do Instagram because it decided to poop the bed right before we got started. So no worries. Right. I could have fixed it, but it was like
I was gonna say we got Solane in the house. We got Barkov going on there.
Yeah, Timu.
Cool.
But Timu's a Finnish guy. So
no, I know they're just I think they're just bringing on some guys from Finland and maybe even Team USA. We'll see in a second. But I think it's just because it's kind of like the opening night ceremonies in a way.
Yeah. That makes sense. Well, I love
hearing Mike Richter. There you go.
Oh, the legend. 1996, man. Canada had their best team. Who won that tournament? Best team Canada ever had.
I know. You met Mike Richter, right?
What?
You met Mike Richter, right?
If you come to the Frozen Four, you will meet Mike Richter because his is he getting booed pretty bad?
Austin Matthews is being booed so loud right now.
Oh, Ro, I thought Richter. I was like, is Richter getting booed?
No, Richter actually wasn't booed. I think here's the thing. Montreal fans drive me nuts, but I think they had a little bit more common sense not to boo a great former player.
I was going to say Richter was the reason we won the 96. Yeah. I love it. Richter leaned over and said, by the way, he's a class act. When I met Mike Richter, he introduced me to Canadian hockey legend Joe Nieuwendyk, 3-time Stanley Cup champion. Yeah, Joe Nieuwendyk lives in Tampa. Still looks like he could play.
Oh, so that's awesome. And here's the thing. I was going to say, Daniel Alfredson, former Ottawa Senator, just got booed.
Oh, yeah. They're booing him bad. Jeez. Yeah.
And then Victor Hedman joining Daniel Alfredson. So you basically got 2 represents for each. Oh, my God. Who's going to join Crosby here? I'm excited. Who's going to be? Let's see.
I don't know. Probably Mario Lemieux. I heard Mario was in town. He's going to
it's Mario. It's going to be Mario. It's going to be Mario.
I bet it's Mario Lemieux.
I think it's Mario for sure. That makes the most sense.
It's definitely Mario Lemieux. I heard he was there, so why wouldn't they bring him out? He's like one of the, considered one of the greatest players of all time.
Let's see. I'm excited. I think it's going to be, I think you're right. I heard some rumblings earlier that Mario was part of the puck drop as well. And NJ Crypto Devil, please hit that subscribe button if you're new. It is Mario Lemieux, and he's getting the cheers. And look, Sid's right, bro. I can't believe what we're about to watch. Here's the thing. As a Canadian, I know, Jeremiah, it's great that you're American because you can give the reflecting opinion here and take. But I did not think, with the pandemic and everything, I did not think we were going to watch Sidney Crosby with the new generation of Canadians. And to me, I think it's just the coolest thing. So yeah, I'm excited. Here's the thing. Mario and Sid, obviously they got the crossover. But I think when you look at that generation, everyone thinks like Mario Lemieux, Wayne Gretzky. There was a gap between that and Sidney Crosby. But the fact that Sidney Crosby gets to play with Nathan McKinnon, Cale Makar.
Yeah, and he played with Mario Lemieux. I mean,
Pittsburgh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But the fact that there's crossover now at the international stage for me is so cool. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Yeah. Mario looks good too.
Mario, yeah, definitely. So they're holding it up. Guys, 2 guys for each country. We got Mike Richter and Austin Matthews. We got Sidney Crosby and Mario Lemieux. We got Victor Hedman and Daniel Alfredson. And we got Alexander Barkov with Teemu Solane. Legend. We got 250 in the chat now. Let's go. If you guys are not synced up with my live stream, I'll be giving play-by-play. Jeremiah works perfect because he's got the screens going. He'll be doing some like post-color commentary, get his review, get his basically analysis after I call it. But yeah, guys, make sure you sync up what you're watching with the stream. You could pause the YouTube stream and sync it up right there with your broadcast. So you could literally have your screen of the NHL game, of the Four Nations game beside you, and then have the Hot Take Hockey YouTube live stream with Beard and myself next to it. And it's great for good live chat, good for great commentary.
143 on the X, 9 in the Twitch. So a total of 392 people watching us. No pressure. This is a standardized thing for you now. Where you just get 500 people when you go.
Oh, it's awesome.
It's good.
I was gonna say Brent's in Mama's basement getting a little bummed out, but we'll leave him be.
So we can't show the game, Brent. Just to let you know, that's not legal. But there are some sites you can go out there and research on your own where you could watch.
Yeah,
them.
Brent. I mean, that's what the bum Brent would do.
Yeah. So I will also say, guys, a lot of people don't know that you get if you get Max. If you get HBO Max with your phone or some program, Max shows the games. Max owns TNT, so you can watch the games on Max if you have the Max app. So Nick Mangy knows. Hashtag show the game.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Jay Coben, thank you so much for subscribing. Pay the toll. I
got my hockey night in Canada because we're playing in Canada. I like this hoodie. It's pretty cool. I was going to wear my HTH one, but I was like, nah, let's do the hockey night in Canada because I didn't put any jerseys up. But John was like, well, do you have players that play on these teams? And I was like, yes, I think I do.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. Stinging is beliefing for my HTH predictions. He's saying McKinnon and Nylander for the first goals is 99.9999% accurate.
Oh, Nylander would not surprise me. Wouldn't that be awesome after he got booed if he scored first?
Here's my thing. I think Willie always does this, especially on like certain stages where he's hated. And here's the thing. You saw it, Jeremiah. He gives a little bit of that grin. He loves it, bro. He eats it up. He loves it. So I think
it gets him engaged. I actually think he gets him engaged.
For sure.
So his dad was a Washington Capital, Michael Nylander. He was kind of a merc. He played for, I think, 7 to 10 teams or whatever. But like Doug Gilmour played for 7 teams. He's a Hall of Famer. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's not a slight on Michael Nylander. He was a pretty good hockey player. Willie Nylander's unbelievable.
Yeah, there's definitely levels of, in my opinion, it's not close per se. In my opinion, there's a pretty big gap there. I was gonna say I just love hearing the Swedish anthem. Big shout out to Kenna, guys. We now have 260 in the YouTube live stream, 400 across platforms. Jeremiah, let's go. I think it's gonna be a big stream tonight.
Mick Mac and Mac gonna rock. When you say McMac, I thought you meant McDavid. McMac is McDavid and McKinnon together, right? But they're both Mick, right? It's McDavid is MC and McKinnon is MAC, right? So,
yep.
Yeah, I got you.
Let's
Mac
see.
and Mick.
Nathan Daly, what's going on? RK, yeah, unfortunately can't watch the game. Yeah, guys, hang out with us here. I'm gonna give some good play-by-play. We'll get some good interaction with the chat, get some good hot takes. And like I said, if you can find the game online, just watch it with the stream. I think it's better. Why not interact with fellow fans? I think it's the best way to go about it. So
I agree.
I appreciate you guys.
I agree.
All right. I just shared. And guys, please share the link around. I just shared it on Instagram. If you guys want, please share the stream on Instagram.
It's the crowd singing the anthem. So they don't have an anthem singer. It's just the crowd. That's always cool.
I think they do have an anthem singer, but it seems like, or maybe not. I mean, here's the thing that, they have the anthem singer. She's singing, but the crowd is very involved, which is great.
Yeah.
You kind of hear the crowd louder than her a little bit. Let's go. All right, Bender.
I think Laurie Bittenbender. I think it's just time. He'll get his time. Bedard will get his time for sure. So, but I thought it would have been kind of not great if you honestly, I think you could have made an argument to have the What?
Where are you going?
Oh, the Hobie Baker winner.
Oh, okay, the Hobie Baker winner. I was gonna say, okay, we'll get into the
Celebrini. You could make an argument. Celebrini might have deserved to be on this. You know, he's played really, really well.
Yeah, and I think in a few years. All right, David says, listen to the stream while playing Chell. Let's go, David. That's a great way to do it. If you're distracted, you're doing some chores, you're doing some errands, it's great to be in the stream. Jimmy, yes, right there above me here, there's going to be the live, and I will consistently say how much time's left in the period as well. Jordan Binnington, Philip Gustafson are your goalies. Again, guys, I'm going to get some consistent play-by-play going. Jeremiah will give some commentary in terms of color commentary after some big things happen, get his thoughts, but I'll be doing consistent live play-by-play throughout the game. We got Sweden. We got Canada. Guys, can we get some W's in the chat? Spam the W's. Give me a 1 in the chat if you think Sweden's going to win. 2 in the chat for Canada. And the face-off. The refs having a little chat. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh.
Are they using international refs for this, or?
I think they're using NHL refs. It's all NHL. It's all NHL across the board. That's why they couldn't go overseas for really anything for this tournament. No IHF involvement.
Looks like the second line is out there against the McKinnon line. So Zibanejad, Raquel, Nylander. Yep, that's the line.
Yep. All right, a quick whistle right off the bat. We got 19:55 left in the first period.
Well, like Sweden won that face-off, so if you had money on that.
All right, Canada. Sidney Crosby ties it up. Nathan McKinnon back to the defense, now to the right side. Played forward. That's deflected behind the net. Played there by Philip Gustafson. Tonight's starting goalie for Team Sweden. Crosby in a battle. Victor Hedman steals the puck. He'll swing it back around to his partner in Jonas Brodin. Canada recovers the puck. McKinnon back to the point. Mark Stone couldn't keep it in. It goes all the way back, and Binnington out of the net to play it. Now a restart here.
They're using the trapezoid too, I guess, huh?
Oh, there's a penalty coming up against Team Sweden. Cale Makar. A stretch pass. It's a bouncer, and Sweden will touch up, and it's going to be a Canadian power play early on in this first period. It's Nylander. Uh-oh. 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 Canada power play. It was a high stick.
Okay.
It was accidental, but it doesn't matter. It's a high stick nonetheless, guys. Guys, get your predictions. Who's going to score? We're going to get a quick look on this top power play.
McKinnon got his head back like he shot with the stick there. Little softy there, I think.
Nathan McKinnon, Sidney Crosby, Sam Reinhart, Cale Makar, and Connor McDavid. Top power play.
Yeah.
Makar down low to Connor McDavid. Now behind for Sidney Crosby. Crosby across. McKinnon scores! Nathan McKinnon! HCH prediction nailed! There you go! Canada up 1-0.
Yeah, just once Crosby gets that pass across the crease there, McKinnon is completely wide open.
Woo!
So
let's go!
Kind of Chauncey. Don't like seeing a power play goal within a minute. The first minute we have a power play goal. Not a fan.
Now going to score the next one. But what a pass by Sid.
Well, they better call like the next softest thing they can call. I mean, that
was a high stick regardless. No, it was accidental. But
he shot his head back like he was hit with a baseball bat.
Okay, so your argument is what? He could have got called for embellishment. Regardless, it's a high stick. If you want to make the argument, he called for embellishment.
I would have called for embellishment. For sure, I would have called for embellishment.
McDavid back to the point for Colton Parayko. Back behind the net for Sam Reinhart. Canada wants to keep the heat going. Back to the point. Morrissey, a shot that missed on the short side. Now Marner in front. McDavid couldn't get the shot off. Reinhart trying to get the rebound. Now McDavid back to the point. Morrissey, a blast. And that was tipped wide into the corner. Parayko keeps it alive. Parayko across. Reinhart with a shot. Stopped by Gustafson. And he'll hold it to his chest for the whistle. 18:32 left in the first period. Shots 2-0 for Canada. Crazy. JM. Uh-oh. Yes, assist from Crosby and McDavid on that Nathan McKinnon goal. We got 200 in the chat, guys. Did we get 100 likes? We're 3 likes away from 100, guys. So we didn't get it before puck drop, but let's try to get the 3 likes right now.
I haven't left a like yet, so I'll drop one.
Oh, I appreciate that. Let's go. We need 2 more likes now.
Well, I put the YouTube stream up too because I was hoping I would see who subscribed, but it doesn't show me. It doesn't show me. I think maybe if I switch to mod mode, I will see it.
But yeah, so guys, hit that subscribe button. We'll definitely give you a shout out. Make yourself known in the chat. Puck back into the Canadian zone. It's Drew Doughty to recover the puck. We got Drew Doughty wearing number 89, as we found out as he replaced Alex Pietrangelo in this tournament.
Yeah,
he couldn't get the puck.
No problem with that, man. Makar, that has everything to do with all the Makar jerseys that were sold.
100%. It makes sense. Yeah. It 100% makes sense.
And awesome that Doughty could be on the team with the injury, right? I mean, who was he replacing?
Pietrangelo.
Which, I respect Pietrangelo for not wanting to go if he didn't feel like he was going to be 100%. So,
yeah, it seemed like he wasn't fully 100%. I appreciate the play-by-play hype in the chat, guys. Canada now trying to recover the puck in the neutral zone. It's Brad Marchand. Now dumped in by Seth Jarvis. Point on the forecheck. Gustafson now will play to the left side. Jarvis with a shot that missed on the far side. Kept in here. Played back around the boards. Sweden trying to get something going.
I will say this too. I think this is going to be Seth Jarvis's coming out party. I think a lot of people aren't familiar with his game. He's very skilled, very good two-way player. People are going to really like having that guy. He's going to eat a lot of minutes up for like PK. If Canada ever goes on the PK, we'll see. So
it is going to be interesting to see what Seth Jarvis can do in this tournament. He scores some nasty goals for Carolina, and he's definitely a big contributor there. And you have Leaf fans, including myself, a little salty because Kyle Dubas traded that first round pick that ended up being Seth Jarvis away just to dump Patrick Marleau's contract. So you've got that. And you got a little which represent in the chat there. Come on, Sweden. There you go.
Petey, yes. Petey, he's all about it. Let's go. I'd love to see Pettersson be really good in this. That would be awesome.
Yeah, it'd be good for Pettersson.
How about our friend Annie OD? Well, I haven't met her. I've been trying to get her on the show forever. Rooting for Sweden to lose today, so they have no choice but to put Leo in the next game. Rooting for Leo Carlson
was the scratch for Team Sweden up front, and Rasmus Andersson from the Calgary Flames, a healthy scratch for the defense group. Now we got Sweden trying to break the puck out. It's under 16 to go in this first period. No shot on net yet for Team Sweden. 3 for Canada. Here comes Connor McDavid. McDavid! Oh, backhand of forehand. He missed on the far side. Now McDavid, again, waiting in front. Oh, Reinhart was tied up. Backdoor, McDavid was looking for Reinhart. Now McDavid for Marner. Couldn't get the shot off, and Sweden finally recovers it.
Yeah, I think puck possession is going to be very crucial in this, right? I mean, you can't just let Canada dominate the puck possession. Sweden's going to have to play aggressive to get the puck off Canada's stick, especially when you can roll. I mean, McDavid's used to playing 25 minutes a night. He's going to be so refreshed. He's going to be so fast, because he's not going to have to play that kind of time, And then, of course, Sweden ices the puck. So they're all over the place.
So we'll see if Canada puts the Crosby-McKinnon line out. Let's see. No, they put the Cirelli line out. Is that John Cooper favoritism there?
Well, they're in the zone. I don't hate it. I mean, you've already seen the top 2 lines and then a combination of power play. You're only 5 minutes into the game. No, you got to play your other team. Of
course.
Yeah, I mean, you got to play everybody else.
Konechny now back to the point. Now to the right side. Makar, a long shot. I guess the defense and the argument there would be on my side, just thinking you're trying to get up early and often against Sweden here and not try to get them into the game. Canada in the offensive zone here. Good shift here from the 4th line, but Konechny sees a potential line change. He's going to go back into his own zone and get it. Now Devon Taves to the left side. Konechny will play it forward. Philip Forsberg steals it.
I don't think we see a fight, Rick. I'd be really surprised if we see a fight. Tend to not be a part of international hockey for the most part.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of who the candidates would be in a situation like that. I think it's very unlikely in my opinion. But hey, you never know. I think there's a couple guys that could do it. Like a couple monster guys that maybe would get into a scuffle.
Well,
be like
if Sam Bennett was playing, I would pick him.
Yeah, I mean Bennett against someone on Sweden. I don't know, but
little
Pettersson now
ozone
trying
time
to
for Sweden here.
Yep. Development now. A shot. That's blocked by Parayko in front of the net. Now at the half wall. Ekholm trying to keep it alive. Played down by Jarvis, and he'll get it forward into the neutral zone. Picked up now again by Team Sweden, but that's broken up quickly by Brad Marchand. Marchand now will get to the blue line. He'll dump it in. Canada completing a change. Sweden now on the reset. Now to the left side. Played forward. That's cut off there by Drew Doughty. He overskates it, though. And recovered here by number 67, Ricard Raquel. Raquel now to the right side. Sweden trying to enter the zone. Zibanejad couldn't get there in time. And Mark Stone racing for it. Good stick. Here we go. Shea Theodore. Great skater. Not having his teammate here with Vegas Golden Knights, Alex Pietrangelo, but still.
Kenna says, we're all looking forward to Miller versus Petey.
Yeah, there's definitely going to be some drama potentially with Sweden and Team USA. We will see. Nathan MacKinnon now starting it up for Canada in the neutral zone. Played forward here for Reinhart. Marner across, and MacKinnon couldn't get the shot off. Now behind the net for Reinhart. He gets checked there. Eriksson Ek steals it, but now stolen here back by McDavid. McDavid is sauce for Makar. Great back check. I believe that was Jesper Bratt. It was Bratt.
Very good player.
Yep. Underrated defensively there too.
Yeah, that was great. That was a great back check there by Jesper Bratt. Yeah. And that, good defense leads to good offense. They're coming right back into the zone there. So that was a cross check. They didn't call.
McDavid steal, and he can't get past Pettersson. Great defensive play by Petey. McDavid was almost off to the races. Sweden will get a reset here. 12-10 left in the first period. Shots 3-1 for Canada. Now it's stolen again here by Cirelli. He'll dump the puck in. That's blocked off by Pettersson again, and it's going to be offside against Canada.
Probably could have called a Kostrek against Canada there. It was about as soft as that high stick was, but I'm saying.
You're talking about the Makar on Bratt there?
Yeah. He pushed him down with his stick in the back. Could have been called. Anyway.
It could have been called. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing.
You're going to give him a power play in the first minute. You might want to even it up. I just would say, hey guys, we're gonna see a clean game. I'm calling it. I see.
No, I'm with you. I will say on that aspect, I'm with you. But here's the thing, Jeremiah, and talking to people around
you got an advantage. You got an advantage, and you scored on that advantage easily.
Okay, but that's not what I'm getting at. I'm getting at. I'm just saying around the league and talking to people within the NHL, one of the infractions that are going to be called every time is a slash and a high stick, a direct stick infraction where you're basically waving your stick in a certain way, whether it's to the face.
I see it get called regularly. I'm not saying it's not a penalty. I've never said that.
No, I'm just saying that's the.
If you cross check a guy in the back, that's not a penalty. We don't call that anymore. I mean, he fell down and lost the puck. That changed the. It's funny what they decide not to call.
No, here's the thing. You get the controversies going. It's in Montreal. I know some fans are talking about it, but you know what? I will say,
well, it's definitely one-sided if you're calling it that way. No, I'm not salty. I'm saying I don't care who wins. I'm saying if you're going to call a Chauncey high stick, which again didn't even look like his stick hit him in the face, but his head shot back so far, you wouldn't know. Go back and look at it. He cross-checks Jesper Bratt in the back. I think it's a penalty. Why wouldn't you call it? We're 6 minutes in this game, right? 7 minutes. What are we, 12 minutes into the game now? 13. What are we? How much time is left? 13 minutes? So 7 minutes have gone by. Canada got a power play in the first minute. Okay, in the first minute. You're not going to – is there going to be another penalty called in the game?
I would think so. I mean, here's the thing.
More than likely, right?
We'll call it how it is. But yeah, I mean, it's early on in the game. There's going to be penalties called. I think they're going to. Here's the thing, Jeremiah. I think going into this tournament, they're trying to avoid calling penalties. I'm just telling you that I think the only ones they're not going to ignore are the stick infractions that are like high sticks and slashes. I've seen time and time again those lower end, like kind of to the ass or lower back, not called, regardless of the team. Those go.
Cross-check him in the back, which is in the kidneys. To me, I just think it should have been called. If he doesn't fall down and lose the puck, then it's probably not a call.
I see what you're saying, but again, those go uncalled all the
Caused a
time.
turnover.
Those go uncalled constantly in the playoffs, where a high stick does not. It gets called. So I think that's the big difference for me in what you're saying. I agree with you in terms of the rule book, but I'm telling you in terms of the standard that's been set, especially in big games and playoff games, those cross checks definitely go uncalled, where high sticks have to be called because it's a stick directly to the guy's face. I will say I didn't see the McKinnon. Like I saw the drawback, but I didn't see a scenario where it didn't hit him.
I like McKinnon. I think he's a great player. I would never consider him an embellisher, but I'm just saying, like, if you're the best team in the world, you don't need help from the officials. Just saying.
No, I got you. Like I said, I just think high sticks are always going to be number one called. It's the one that's it's the most obvious, and I mean I don't think anyone would like. I'll say this. I would rather take a stick to the ribs than a high stick to the face every time.
That's fair. You played at a high level, so I would always acquiesce to you on what you're saying there. So
let's see. Devon Taves got brought down there.
Yeah, it looked like a good defensive play. He just lost his edges though. He was with him the whole time.
Post. Hopefully he's all right.
Yeah. Definitely don't want to see anybody get hurt in this tournament.
No, it was a solid defensive play from Gustav Forsling.
Yeah, he does nothing there. He just lost his edge.
Yeah, 40 days. We're moving on. Cale Makar dumping the puck in. 11:05 left in the first period. And they took the registered shot off from Sweden. I don't know if that was because it went wide.
Willie Nylander threw a puck on net and the goalie played it.
So, yeah.
I don't care
if they don't. A registered shot.
Why wouldn't it be a shot if it goes on the goal?
It depends. If he came out to play it and it was necessary.
No, it was right on the goal while he was in net. It was more of a dumping it in, but he had to save. If he doesn't save it, it went in the net.
I know. But I think the NHL's done that a lot. Where it's I've seen that time and time again.
The score is 1-0. Mike Kelly. It says right there above HDH's head. You don't see
1-0 Team Canada. 10:20 left in the first period. Oh, good play here by Raquel. It's a 3-on-2 for Sweden. Puck a little bit ahead of Pettersson there. Forsberg now behind the net to retrieve it. Now out of the corner. Behind the net. Pettersson couldn't get there. We got 160 in the chat, guys. Hit that subscribe button if you're new. What's going on, Amrit? What's going on, Mike? Yeah, I think I'll be streaming for the Canada-US game. We'll see how we plan it and how it goes. But Shea Theodore now to the left side. Canada trying to break the puck up. Yeah, probably during intermission, if you're cool with it, Jeremiah. If you want to just talk to chat, I'm going to eat because I'm starving. But,
yeah, you got your food hungry there, right?
But yeah, I'll probably do that after this. All right, point now, dumping the puck in. Marchand going after it behind the Sweden net. Jarvis trying to help as well. Morrissey, a good hit. He knocks down his man, but Sweden still carrying the puck forward. A great defensive play by Braden Point. Here comes the Rat, Brad Marchand, on the right side through his legs, and now he's behind the net. He gets tied up. And now Sweden will finally get a
was that Morrissey that leveled that hit? That was a huge hit on the board.
Great hit from Josh Morrissey. He's had a great last couple of years for the Winnipeg Jets. Really been breaking out as one of the better defenders in the league. I don't think there's a doubt in anyone's mind that he's a top 20 defenseman. I think you can make an argument at his best, he's maybe top 10. Maybe that's a bit of a hot take, but I think he's been that great.
Well, let's see what they do in the playoffs. That'll be the most, I think, crucial thing for Winnipeg. So
let's see. We got 160 guys. Thank you so much. We got 114 likes. Keep hitting that like button. Hit that subscribe button on YouTube. We're live on X as well. So go follow Hot Take Hockey and Sports Beard on X. And
it's at Beard_sports if you're looking for it on X, this live stream. And
awesome. Guys, we have already gained 15 subscribers on this live stream. So thank you so much.
Sports Beard on Twitch.
All right, bouncing puck. We're back here. 4-0 are the shots for Canada. Reset here now to the right side from Makar. He'll get to the line and dump it in. Played around the net. Rasmus Dahlin picking it up. Yep, across all platforms, we have 390 people watching. A drop pass from Makar. Stopped by Philip Gustafson. Canada's been getting the look so far. How's it going, Brandon? How's it going, Rick? Jay Coben, appreciate you.
She's so curious to make money for your wedding. Ooh, the Asian market is blowing up. Hey, who wants shots?
Ooh, I'm hearing your audio really well from the commercials.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no,
You may want to turn down a little bit there. I'm picking up. You know that unfortunately in the US, the commercials are 3 times the volume of what you're watching.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So I don't. They were supposed to pass a law to prevent that from happening, but we'll never see that, I'm sure.
Yep. Well, guys, awesome. We have almost 400, like I said, across all platforms. Appreciate everyone supporting the live stream. Opening night of 4 nations, Canada, Sweden. I think the only night, I guess, in the next few that we don't have a game would be Friday night. There's no game, but then Saturday there's a doubleheader. So that will be interesting.
Yeah, I mean, we'll know by Saturday basically who's in the finals.
Yep. Saturday night, we'll have a great idea. I mean, things could change, and Monday there's still going to be games. But yeah, for the sake of if Canada or USA were to win their first 2 games, we already know that
that's going to be the final. Yeah.
That one team will be there. And then especially for Canada, like here's the thing. If Canada beats USA Saturday night, Jeremiah, and they can win tonight, then it's going to come down to that USA Sweden game Monday night. And I feel like we'll have to, I mean, if you want to get your reaction, I don't know where you're going to be at, but I think that's a stream for Hot Take Hockey. If Sweden USA is the determining factor for a final matchup, again, I don't want to get too ahead of here, but if Canada wins tonight, it's going to be that Saturday game likely to decide an automatic spot in the final. Because again, I don't want to discount Team Finland. I would like to think Team USA can handle that game, but it's tough. Here's the thing. Team Finland, I think it would be great drama if they could upset in one of those first 2 games. The reason why a lot of people are counting them out is because they lost 2 of their best players.
Heiskanen is huge. I mean, he's one of the...
and Miro's one of the best defensemen in the league. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, thank you so much again. Keep hitting that subscribe button and get your comments down below in the chat, your predictions, your next goal scorer. My first goal scorer predictions were Nathan McKinnon and William Nylander. So I'm 1 for 2 so far. And again, that doesn't mean it's the first 2 goals. It just means the first goal for each team. So in terms of betting props, Jeremiah, I mean, I wouldn't be a bad shout if I said first team scorer for Canada, McKinnon, a little parlay with Nylander, first team scorer for Sweden. That would have paid out pretty well. Oh, Dahlin was looking backdoor for, I believe that was Pettersson. Here we go. Sweden putting some pressure on.
Well, I mean, not hard. They haven't done anything so far.
Nope.
I mean, they've had a couple of nice entries into the live money line is plus 400 for Sweden right now.
Yeah, not ideal. Sweden still hasn't got a shot on net, even with that chance.
We're in the first period, and the live money line is like double what it was to start.
Yeah. Well, I mean, here's the thing. Like I said, you're deep into the first period. No shots for Sweden on net. Canada now back into the offensive zone. Can they double the lead? Towards Mitch Marner. That skipped over his stick. Now Doughty off the short side of the net. McDavid back behind for Reinhart. He'll try to flip it back to the opposite corner for Marner. Marner's knocked off the puck by Arvidsson. That's always the concern with Mitch Marner. He gets knocked off the puck easily there by Victor Arvidsson, and it goes back into Canadian zone, but Canada being able to recover the puck.
Could be players playing in the Stanley Cup final against each other. Arvidsson and Marner, right? If we saw Edmonton, Toronto.
Maybe. Hagel a point shot and deflected by Cirelli on net, and Gustafsson will make the save. 7:04 left in the first period. Shot 6-0 for Canada. I mean, that's got to be the message, right? Or along the bench. You got to have some of these veterans on Sweden saying, shoot the puck, especially for guys like Philip Forsberg, William Nylander. Like, what is going on?
Well, what is your plan here? Are you going to dump it in? If you're going to dump it in, like, you have to have bodies going in. I think
just test them. Just get into the zone and just test them.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I think I understand possession's been heavy on Canada so far, but I think it just comes to a point where what Hagel just did. Hagel just gets to the blue line and then dumps it, and then there's an opportunity there. So we'll see. Oh, 2-on-1 for Canada. Point. Waiting across. Marchand scores! 2-0 for Team Canada. It's the Rat, Brad Marchand.
Yeah, a not surprising point created. That was a nice little pass. I don't know what 2-5 was doing there. Jonas Brodin.
Wow.
That was not good defense. I mean, you could read that play.
Yeah, Brodin, what the heck happened there? That's a horrible pinch.
Well,
and then Hedman feels, and then Hedman's pinch is worse, actually. I was going to say, Brodin actually caught back on to try to recover, but then doesn't break up the pass. All you got to do in that situation is break up the pass, let the goalie take the shot. Brodin does neither of those things. He doesn't.
He stays in the middle and does nothing and just gives Marchand the entire net to shoot at. I could have scored there. I'm just saying.
No, you're right. I mean, Marchand had the wide open cage, and Brodin did not break up that pass. That's a rough one for both Brodin and Hedman, frankly, on that shift. And Brad Marchand gets Canada up 2-0 here.
Good catch by you. Hedman jumping up to try to chip that puck, totally whiffs on it. That's you'd expect a much better play from a defenseman there. So
there you go. Salvatore's got our
defenseman of his quality. Who's 4-1?
That goal, Marchand from Point and Jarvis.
Who's wearing 4-1?
There you go. Here we go. 6:23 left in the first period. Back to the blue line. Makar waiting. A long shot. That's blocked. Here we go. Raquel trying to make something here around Makar. That's a tough part, man. Look at Makar skating. Nylander now on the short side. Nylander wrapped up there by Devon Taves, and Canada will get the puck out. See, Nylander trying to do too much. You just got to try to wrap and get something on net there.
Well, looked like he got it on the goal there, that short side. Did he not get a shot on goal? That gave him credit for it.
I think he did on the short side. I'm just talking about after the fact. Mm-hmm. Oh, McDavid and Dahlin just exchanged cross checks. They both should have probably got a call there. Wow, the refs are letting a lot go right now.
That was a McDavid started that cross check, but Dahlin came back and finished.
Yeah, that should have been maybe 2 penalties there. I'm surprised that here's the thing, Jeremiah. I'm more on the lens of I think that should have been called than any cross check on Makar earlier in the game. That's a cross check right to the chin a little bit there. I thought McDavid would learn his lesson from what happened a couple weeks ago, eh?
I just feel like the refs can control the game, and if you don't want to see it get out of control, call stuff like that.
Yep.
If you do it early in the game, it's going to stay a tight game. Everybody, there's enough skill on the ice here that we don't have to see a real chippy game.
No.
I don't need to see a real chippy game to enjoy the hockey. But Sweden has to do something. So I'm hearing your audio real hard. Walmart Plus audio real
hard. Let's see. A big shout out to Ian. Says, sup, John and Jeremiah. Great to see the boys streaming. Let's go Canada. We look really good so far. Yep. Great stream so far. Great vibes. We got 150 in the YouTube chat. We got almost 400 across platforms. Thank you guys again. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on YouTube. Let us know any feedback you want for content streams coming up.
Yeah.
And, some big streams coming up for sure.
Ian says, sup, John.
Yeah.
Jeremiah, great to see you. You read that one?
Yeah, I read that one.
I like what Jake Coben says too. There's just refs walk a fine line. Absolutely.
We're on commercial break here. Coming back. All right. Passion lives here. Sub up. Yes, sir.
Yeah. What's
Yes. I mean, Sweden's definitely looking out of their element here. I didn't think it was good. Honestly, guys, I didn't think it was going to be this bad. I mean, there's a lot of hockey left.
I wanted to ask you this. If they would have opened it up to bring other players from Sweden, not just NHL guys, do you think that would have made a difference? Because I wonder if some of these guys used to play in with. I know that the Swedish Elite League is not on par with the NHL, but it's on par with like just about any other league out there.
Yeah, I mean,
so would you bring some other player?
I don't think it would have made a difference. I think maybe for Finland's defense, would have helped, but I mean, definitely not very much, man. Here's my thing.
Their best players are here. Their best players are here. Is what
I will say in terms of the four nations and best competition. Again,
What's up, Andrew?
I think this is very much trying to up Canada, US in a little way, but I understand Sweden and Finland want to represent their own countries. I get all that. I wonder though, could they have done the four nations, but Canada, US, Team Europe, and the North American team that we saw? I know they were trying to get away from that, but I just think it would have been a lot more competitive, because in that scenario, Jeremiah, then you would have Celebrini and Bedard and all those guys on their own team. And then for Team Europe, you would have the likes of Draisaitl, Stützle, all these guys.
Everybody from Czechia.
Yeah, that would have been a stacked team, and I think that would
They've
have
won gold medals. They've won gold medals in our lifetimes, both yours and mine. You were probably much younger, but
yeah, but no, you're right. Like I think combined that would have been a lot better of a competition. But again, I'm not saying this game's over in any sense, guys. I'm just saying based on what we've seen so far, Sweden's a bit out of their element. Watch them score right now. Oh, there you go. Solid glove save from Jordan Binnington off Gustav Forsling.
They took a shot away again. They took that Nylander shot away. I don't know what's going on with the scorekeepers, but they have literally taken a shot away every time we've come back from commercial break. Sweden should have 3 shots on goal.
Well, I told you, it did look like Nylander's shot may have gone off the side of the net, that backhand, but I couldn't really tell. That one is no debate. That one's a glove save from Binnington. Either way, that one's a shot and save. They're not going to take that one off.
They're saying the first shot of I just feel like, is this a narrative we're setting up that Sweden's getting dominated so bad that they haven't gotten shots on goal? I mean, I'm not saying they really have not done any pressure at all.
It's not about the shots. It's clearly the pressure and the possession.
Yeah, I mean, they've done nothing.
Nylander now working the see, like that's the stuff I don't like from Willie, and he does it sometimes in Toronto. Good recovery there by Zibanejad. Long shot. Deflected. That's broken up.
He's literally the only one that's done anything in the offensive zone for Sweden so far, though.
No, I know. And then, but I'm saying when he does that, then he feels he has to do more than he actually should.
If he just plays within himself, you're saying he's maybe overplaying the position, or
a little bit. Canada will dump the puck in. I think Nylander, here's the thing. What I'm getting at is Nylander, as great as individual player he is, he's also a great facilitator too, and he makes the players around him better. I'm just saying in a situation like that, get Philip Forsberg involved. If you're Sweden and you want any chance of getting back into this game, a guy like Philip Forsberg and a guy like Elias Pettersson needs to be more involved, and they just haven't been so far.
This is for my friend Ian Cameron on Twitter. If Ian does the Ice Guys, if you're into hockey betting, most people know him. He says first shot of the game for Sweden comes around beyond 15 minutes into the game. No better method to protect your potentially suspect goaltending than not giving up much of anything so far. That's about as well said as you could say it.
Yep, and that was the conversation for Canada. If the forward group can just continue to have possession, defense can protect. You don't need the most stellar goaltending. Oh, Dahlin, a toe drag. He lost possession. This could be a break for Canada. It's Marchand, and it skips past him. That could have been a break and a chance for Marchand to get his second of the game.
Yeah, you just want Dahlin to probably just fire that almost as soon as he gets it there. Maybe not do the – I know he had to settle the puck down. But, you know, they got to get shots on goal here.
Parat now gets the puck back to the point for Hedman. Hedman waiting. A blast missed on that right side of Binnington. Just left of Hedman's perspective. And now a long shot gloved there by Binnington. Barat and Doughty were in a battle in front of the net. 2:42 left in the first period. Sweden getting some more shots on net. Finally, Erik Karlsson threw the screen there. And it actually deflected off Parayko's stick and hit him up high in the chin. But that's going to be a huge factor for Canada.
Yeah.
Guys like Parayko getting.
I would love to have seen this tournament with like a Karlsson in his prime. You know, because he's so far beyond.
We saw Karlsson a couple times internationally.
I'm just saying right now, if Karlsson was in his prime, just this tournament,
he's far from that for sure.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, he's not on the second line, but are the second pairing.
I think on paper he technically is, but they're playing Forsling and Dahlin a lot so far.
Yeah, and that makes sense. Young guys and really good, you know. I thought Forsling.
Marner down low. McDavid! Oh, and he gets knocked down.
That's considered their third pair. So that already the coach is saying, yeah, this is probably our Our first. So he fell down, but it was after the puck had already gone off his stick there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and he kind of just dropped down. I don't think it was really much to do with what even the defender did there. I think maybe he tried to stop with 1 foot or something. The stuff that McDavid tries to do on the ice, and he does most of the time. You're like, oh, he does it all the time. I love what the Boston Bruins Twitter account tweeted out. They said a Boston Bruin electrifies the crowd in Montreal.
There you go. All right, Sweden getting the reset here. Stretch pass for Philip Forsberg. That's broken up by Cale Makar. We got 1:30 left in the first period. Makar trying to play it forward. Now stolen away here.
Yeah, it's interesting, IceX. I don't know what's going on. I think maybe preemptively TNT is putting the shot on goal or something, and then they're just getting it. Oh, they're not counting it. I don't know. It's interesting.
Okay, no, something is weird happening.
It keeps going. It's
back down to 1. That's crazy.
Yeah. This is an odd one. I've never seen someone give so much of a crap about shots on goal that's going on here with the statistician there. I think you could easily say Sweden has at least 3 shots on goal, but whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. They're definitely narrowing in on it in a weird way, but we got under a minute to go in this first period.
Well, it's on the screen. If they don't want us to talk about it, take it off the screen, because it's right next to the goals. The important statistic is the score is 2-0. So it really doesn't matter.
All right. Sweden now recovering in the neutral zone, playing at the red line, now playing it back. 25 seconds. They're trying to get a quick change here, get some fresh legs. Now to the left, Dahlin.
Now they've added a shot.
Raymond, a long shot and gloved by Binnington.
So now Sweden at 23 seconds has they should have 3 shots on goal if this shot here counts. I don't know. Binnington gloved it, so does that not count as a shot on goal?
Yeah, no, it is.
Oh, they went to 3 now. It's so weird.
All right. 17.1 seconds left in the first period. Shots 7-3 for Canada as it stands right now. We've got a face off to the right of Binnington. We're going to try to win it to Lucas Raymond. We'll see.
Just to go back to that McDavid play, just a really good body check by Raquel to just take him right off the puck. Completely clean. Nothing wrong with it. But it happened so close to the crease.
Here we go. Last chance for Sweden in the first period. Barat now down low. Trying to play it in front. That went wide. And that's going to be it for the first period. So 2-0 Canada at the end of the first. Oh, Sweden threw it towards the net there. Surprised no reaction from Canada. But yeah, guys, I'll continue to do play-by-play going into the second period.
Oh,
and then Jeremiah will
Carlson shot it on the net.
That's what I'm saying. There wasn't much of a reaction. A little bit of a comment from Marchand, but not too much of a reaction.
Oh, McKenna looks annoyed. Oh, Marchand's not happy about it. It was way late. I mean, I'm not hearing the buzzer there. Maybe it's just so loud and crazy. But that was kind of I don't want to say unclassy move by. Do you want to put it on a break, BRB, for 2 minutes, or just engage? Because I would like to just real quick.
Yeah, if you want to take a break, let's do that.
Or you can stay on and I'll come back. Does that work? Because I'll be back 2 seconds.
Okay, and then I'm gonna eat my food.
And then you can go off and eat your food. Okay.
Yep. All right, guys, what's up? All right. Yeah, guys. So I'm actually in Nashville right now, so I'll be back tomorrow, or I guess technically Friday. But yeah, guys, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Make sure you guys spread the word, send the channel around. Yeah, work in progress. Jeremiah and I haven't done a stream in a while, so I'm gonna try to do play-by-play, and then Jeremiah will obviously wait and then give color commentary, and then it takes a bit of time to kind of get that chemistry going, but. In terms of the chemistry, I'll do play-by-play. He'll do the color commentary, and then we'll go from there. But stats is sup, John. Chris Talbot here. Let's go, Chris. Good to see you. How's it going, Andrew?
You can go get your food. The big thing for us guys, understand, John's about 13 to 20 seconds ahead of me. So I have to watch what he's watching and then try to comment on what he's giving you guys. So that's how we have to play it off each other. So
Awesome. All right. Jeremiah's going to read some comments, guys. So ask Jeremiah some questions. There's going to be some Q&A and Jeremiah will read the comments.
JPLX Music. I am not sure about your 3-1 prediction either. Not looking good. Not looking good if you're rooting for Sweden. No, it's okay. It's okay. It's actually better that he stays. He'll be closer to what you guys are talking about. So, yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is, Statlier. Statlier. There you go. I just wanted to make sure. Yeah, it just it allows me to see maybe something John doesn't see. John is so good at the defensive end of the hockey, though. He knows the D side, so it's great. And I watch, if you tune into NHL Nightly, 10 p.m. Eastern, I watch, probably 40 NHL games a week as best as I can. We try to bring you the stuff. We had Frank Saravelli. We're looking forward to having some other big time guests on my channel. I've interviewed Nick Kiprios, Colby Armstrong. We're trying to get the real NHL guys in here to talk to you, the guys that played, that know these guys. So, all right. Yeah. Crazy prod. I think you're trying to say crappy prod or CRXXPY prod. Colorado. Yeah, put in the chat where you're watching from, where you're at, where you're in Canada. If you're watching, we have 365 on all platforms, 248 live on my X at Beard_sports, 111 in the chat. We're at 125 likes. So drop a like, put in comments. DC. All right, Julia, let's go Caps. Missouri, Pennsylvania, Sweden, Isaacs. Yes, Sweden, Isaacs. Good to see you, man. Windsor, Ontario, David, 1987. Oakville, Ontario, but Florida. But okay, you're in Florida right now, Andrew. Yes, Julia, let's go Caps, baby. Let's go. They're having a good year, man. It's been fun to enjoy. Ottawa, let's go. Stinging Metal. I love it. Cam Jansen raves about Windsor. Yeah. I don't know why that is. I don't know why I'm laughing. Thailand, Sober Island. Let's go. I love it. Let's go. That's awesome. Also, if you're on X and you're listening and you want to chime into the chat and say, oh, you're doing a great job, you're doing a bad job, fix this, stop crying about the refs. I wasn't crying. I just don't. Canada doesn't need a power play to win this game. They don't need another power play. So hopefully it's a non-factor, but it's I don't know. I was hoping it would be a little bit closer. 1,000 for upper level seats in Montreal, my buddy says. Yeah, you know what? You could have bought tickets. I could have gone to the final for like $250 in Boston when they first came out. So I think a lot of people were like, Calgary oil burn. Okay. I love it, Phil Viner. Calgary, Alberta. Okay. We're known for our oil here in Alaska too, man. Do the Penguins make any moves at the deadline? Only to trade guys, Logan. They're only going to be offloading. They're going to have a really hard time. They're not making the playoffs this year. So, yeah, it's that's just going to be the way it is. No playoff for them. This is probably Crosby's swan song. I think Canada just needs to stay out of the penalty box and keep doing what they're doing. They should win this game. Yeah, Kyle, easily. If they just keep controlling the puck. No, Andrew, yeah, he's not going to get traded. I'm not saying Crosby. He could get traded, but I don't think we'll see it this year. Maybe like at the end of his career, like a year or two, they're like, oh, we'll trade him. Honestly, they should trade him now. They could get something good for him in 2 years. Nobody will going to get like the last year of Crosby on a championship team. But so, maybe Pittsburgh is, I think he could be there next year with the Olympics for sure. Yeah. He'll be there. He'll be on the team for sure. I don't know if he'll be the captain, but he should probably be on the team, I'm guessing. So they're breaking down the power play now. So trade Mika to the San Diego Gulls. Okay. I think Zibanejad has played better with Morrisburg. Joshua Morrisburg. You have to say where that is. Say where you are, Morrisburg. Morrisburg what? LP Quagmire. Let's not get too confident of the outcome. Remember how dominating Canada was at the first game of the World Juniors. Yeah, but that's a different thing too, LP Quagmire. You're playing, it's kids. It's just a level of, oh, I would take Crosby to the Caps. Ovi won't be going to the Pens. They wouldn't make that trade. They probably wouldn't trade Crosby to the Caps, but I could see Ovi's not getting traded. So I was going to look at the standings. Oh, Morrisburg is in Ontario. Thank you, Josh. I wasn't sure, buddy. It's like Springfield. Well, which one? Springfield, Maine, Springfield, Oregon, Springfield, it's all over. Springfield, Illinois. So, oh, that movie's coming out soon. Oh, yeah. The Dead Gorge movie. That looks like a good movie. So tomorrow at 4 is USA versus Finland. So that'll be interesting. And then February 15th, you have this Finnish, Sweden, and USA, Canada. And those games will be on ESPN tomorrow, and then ABC and ESPN in the States. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how you make the Luka Doncic comparison. Luka Doncic is like 23 years old. Yeah, exactly. JPL Music. The Caps have players coming too. Andrew Cristall and Ryan Leonard and a bunch of other really good players. So Logan Vinkovic. Let's go. Where are you watching from, Logan? So we've got I don't know, 7 minutes left in the intermission, roughly. So we'll find out where we're at there. Yeah, I don't know about any rumors including Crosby unless they've had some discussions with him. But I would be really shocked if they did that. Let me see if we can get I was trying to get the score back on. No, it's not going to work. Okay. Yeah, I could see Crosby to Montreal if they're like going on a cup run. That's a team he grew up rooting for. That would be really cool. I agree with that, Ja. Yeah, I think a lot of people would like that. Pittsburgh's going to be in the bottom for a while. They got to just like recoup some draft and kind of try to rebuild, I don't think it's a terrible place to get people to come live. I think it's a pretty nice city from everything I've heard. And so it'll be interesting. Yeah, I mean, I think we're going to see some trades here within the week. Maybe by the weekend again, just to see how it goes on. Oh yeah, Buds all day, not even clearly a shot wide. Some people in the chat, Buds all day is letting me know that it's that there wasn't a shot there. Yeah, I'm not really trying to keep the one on the net that was thrown on the net is a shot on goal. I mean, it doesn't, if you think he's dumping it in, he's dumping it in. It hits the goalie. It's a shot on goal. If it's in between the thing and the goalie makes a play on it, to me, it's a shot on goal. Cheers, Creepy Pro. You're going to have to tell me what you want me to say with your name there, my man. Because I don't know. With the XX, is it creepy? Creepy Prod? I don't know. I don't know what you're trying to do there. You have to let me know. Oh, no. I don't want to do that. Nope. I do not want them. I don't want it. What's up, Sod? How you feeling about the Canucks? They've been, 3-0-1 since the JT Miller trade. Looking good. Hopefully come back. Quinn Hughes is good to go. Obviously he couldn't play in this, which sucks, but I want to see him healthy, Hot take Crosby to Flyers? Nah, Kyle, I don't think so. I don't think he'd even want to go there. That's such a rivalry there. I want to see the Pens get another first overall pick. Okay, Logan, maybe. Yeah, they probably could get one soon. They could be up for one this year. So that defenseman, Schaefer, James Higgins. But again, these guys are years from being like impactful players in the NHL. So from Josh says from trade rumor, Peyton Krebs, and lefty Bowen Byram. Yeah, I could see Buffalo moving on from both those guys. And Dylan Cousins is in the rumors. Every time they say Cousins, I'm like, Nick Cousins, and I forget Dylan. It's like, who wants Nick? Nick Cousins is a great player, but you're not like going to bet the farm for him. Yeah, the Flames, Phil. The Flames are hanging tough right now. Let's see. Right now, here, I'll just flash it up for you guys while we're waiting for HTH. Can I do it? Will it let me? Let's go. Window. We'll look at the hockey standings. See if is it going to let me do it? Oh, maybe I got to go. Oh, what's going on? Oh. Okay. I'll just remove it. No worries. Oh, there it went. There it went. There it goes. There it goes. I was like, oh, here we go. We got the stands. I thought Flames have hung tough, man. They're right there. They're probably not going to make the playoffs now, but I do love that they added a couple middle-aged, really young players in Morgan Frost and Joel Farabee. Those guys are going to be decent players, man. They just needed a change of venue. I think they're going to fit in nice with the Flames there. So, yep, Marchand and Marchand and McKinnon. Marchand and McKinnon scored. Yep, that's correct. Invictus Mineo. I like that name. Mike Kelly Bedard grew up in Vancouver, should be a Canuck. Well, yeah, it's unfortunate, Mike. He's not going to be. He'll be a Blackhawk probably for the perceived. I'm going to guess for at least 5 years. No, McDavid did get an assist, though, Michael. But he's been all over the ice. He's all over the place. The thing about McDavid is he's so speedy. He's just going to always be impactful. So, Nova Scotia versus Sweden. Bradley Vision. Yeah, I don't know. They have Marchand mic'd up for the game. So if you guys get an opportunity, I don't know what's let us know what Sportsnet or CBC or however, I'm assuming it's national broadcast in Canada, is it not? You guys will have to let me know. 376 in the chat, 253 on X, 121 on and then on the Sports Beard Twitch, we've got if Sidney Crosby scores, Nova Scotia, baby. Okay. Yeah, Sidney got an assist for sure. I mean, he got the primary on that pass to McKinnon. Not a surprise that two Nova Scotia. Yes, I'm sorry. Because McKinnon and Marchand and Crosby are all from Nova Scotia. The score is 2-0. It's 2-0 Nova Scotia. Sweden, I see what you're saying. It took me a while on that one. It took me a while. Sorry about that, Bradley. I totally get it. I totally get it now. Nice truck, by the way. Is that a Ram? Is that a Ram truck? I don't know. I can't see. Ford. Looks like a Ford. Sorry. Oh. How did Luka do in his debut? I didn't see. I didn't watch. Anybody see? I need a Reinhardt goal. Did you bet on that, Invictus? LP Quagmire. Crosby, your jailer's name is Dubas. Yeah. I mean, they're just never going to be able to trade him, though. It's just kind of, I've heard he doesn't want to be moved either, so he gets that choice. Montreal. Yeah, they're in the mix. They're in the mix, I think. They're in the mix still. I mean, they got to win a lot, but they're in the mix. I mean, at least you can ask you're in the mix. You know, if you're Buffalo, you're not in it. Flyers, you're probably not in it. Pittsburgh, you're probably not. I guess Montreal is the same points as Pittsburgh, but they played a lot less. Well, they played less games. So the West is real interesting. This is what I want to have happen, guys. And I don't know where you guys are at. I hope the standings stay the exact same way here. And I know it sucks, but if Edmonton stays in, they're not going to catch Winnipeg. Nobody's catching Winnipeg. They'll be the number 1 seed in the West. So they will play the 8th, which will be Winnipeg versus Vancouver. Awesome matchup. think Winnipeg wins. Edmonton wins the division. Let's say Edmonton wins the division. They would play Colorado. They would play Colorado and Edmonton in the first round. How unbelievable would that be? Well, Saad, I'm going to cheer for U.S. I'm from the U.S., but I don't, again, what does this tournament mean? We have to ask ourselves. But I would like to see the U.S. have some success. That would be cool, but we'll see what happens. Canada looks good, but I don't, the U.S. they have a stacked team. They're a good team. It won't be looking like this. So Colorado, Edmonton should be final round, but it can't, because if the way it's laid out now, unless Colorado gets into the problem is they're going to have a hard time catching Minnesota, Dallas, and stuff. So they could, I'm not saying they won't, but almost if you're Colorado, I would almost want to play Edmonton first round anyway. They match up really well against Edmonton, and they're going to add players. So we can take this off now.
Awesome. All right, we're back. Second period. That helped a lot. I'm not going to lie. Had some chicken fingers, had a quick burger. I am feeling better.
Was it? I'm sure there's a pretty good selection choice in Nashville. So probably some pretty good food. You're there a lot, right? So
different states, different cities, depends where, but
I thought you've been to Nashville like a handful of times in the last few years there. So
no, it's only my second time actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm getting Nashville and Austin. I know you were in Texas quite a bit too. So
Austin's also a big country town. So
yeah. Would we talk about that a little bit before? I know the game's back on.
Yeah, we can talk about the second intermission, just about new cities for the NHL teams in the future.
I like the Austin. I think that would be interesting. No other professional team there except for
it's Austin FC for MLS soccer.
Well, University of Texas too. You can call college stuff professional sports. The money they generate is ridiculous. They're one of the most popular.
In terms of revenue generated, I would say obviously it's not actually pro, but I see what you're saying in terms of the revenue.
College football outgenerates probably the NBA and the NHL combined in money. Like it's not even close.
Some markets, yeah.
No, in the US, it's like I get it in Canada, but you guys watch it there too, do you not? It's pretty popular.
I watch it. I'm with you in terms of the revenue generators. Let's put it that way. But I'll get back into play-by-play. I'll get a quick roll going. But 2-0 Canada. Shots are 8-3 for Canada. 18:30 left in the second period. Back into Sweden zone. We'll see if Sweden can get going, guys. Bill Guerin is talking on the mic right now, general manager of Team USA for Four Nations, and of course the good old leader of the Minnesota Wild. Our case is Austin FC, but only college football and MLS there. I will say this. I think regardless, Texas needs a secondary hockey market. I think it would be great for the rivalry with the Dallas Stars. And I think Texas is just a massive market. I've been down there so often. And here's the thing. Houston's just a massive market also. It's one of the biggest markets in all of the U.S. So
we need to get rid of the conferences. We need to go to regional divisions, regional conferences. So like Nashville should not be in the West. They should be playing Tampa and Florida. It's not far away, So do we get a penalty there? I'm sorry.
No, you're okay. There's some markets that are definitely untapped, and then there's some markets that they should revisit with TNT in the picture now and Warner Media support. Here's the thing. Atlanta hasn't worked the first couple times. I think the third time will be the charm, but we'll see. LP says, thank goodness you're calling this tonight, John. My usual radio channels aren't carrying this. It's Little Consolation Sports that's carrying the meaningless Raptors game instead. Yeah, LP, I appreciate you being here.
Who has this in Canada? Do you know what's being broadcast? Have you talked to Taylor and find out, is this on in Canada? What's going on?
It's on. I thought it was on Sportsnet.
CBC, right?
I thought it was on Sportsnet, to be honest. Canadians could confirm in the chat. I thought it was on Sportsnet. Phil says San Antonio is very underrated too. It could be on TSN, maybe. Maybe that's why. Maybe it's on TSN.
San Antonio has the
there's big Sportsnet.
If you believe so Sportsnet has it. Thank you, Mark. Thank you.
Alicia, what's going on? Yeah, San Antonio is underrated as well. They're going to be building a new arena soon for the Spurs. So here's the thing. They used to I'm trying to think. They had the San Antonio Rampage for a bit. I don't know. They might bring back.
Have an NBA team. They have an NBA team.
No, that's what I'm talking about. The Spurs.
They already have the infrastructure for a team. So does Houston.
Yeah, no, but what I was saying is San Antonio is going to be building a new arena. for the Spurs.
Yeah, probably overdue. They won like 5 championships too. Like, what's going on with Chris Johnston? He's saying Chris Johnson lost his marbles. Joshua Distel.
All right. Yeah.
Oh,
good luck, RK. Yeah, there's a bit of a
41
storm
seconds ago, Shea Theodore was laboring as he skated to the bench after taking a hit. Did you see that? I didn't notice that at all.
I saw him. I saw him
Colby
off.
Armstrong tweeted Scovis, Nova Scotia 2-0 versus Sweden.
Yeah, I retweeted that.
Arm dog. Okay, arm
All
dog.
Right. Then there's a whistle. Refs are blowing it dead. I think it went out of play. But yeah, Shea Theodore, he's got his right glove off. It looks like it's his right hand. And it just looks like it was jammed there at the boards.
Oh, that's brutal. Like Vegas can't afford to be out with him. They can't be afforded.
Yeah, they're already
not a
Petrangelo shaken up, and then Theodore is now leaving the game. So he's actually going to the locker room. We'll see what happens there. But it was an Adrian Kempe hit on Theodore.
Yeah, not even really a hit, just kind of a little bit of a push. Didn't really even like finish the check or anything. Kind of didn't even ride up to the boards or anything. So
yeah,
it looks like he just that sucks. This is the one thing that could get Canada in trouble, right? If they have some injuries. Because it's not a deep team.
Yeah, definitely their defense would be a concern if Theodore goes down. But Sanheim would be the next man up, who's a healthy scratch tonight. So it's Sanheim and Bennett out for Canada.
Yeah, great player in Sanheim. So I'm not saying, long term.
Yeah, offside. 16:05 left in the second period. Yeah, I probably should get back into consistent play-by-play. We'll talk about all this stuff during the intermission, guys, because I got my food going during that first intermission, so I'll be okay for second intermission to talk about some other news stuff. And then, we'll be traveling to just Dallas, Texas, or Dallas and Texas sucks. It's a huge state. Yeah, Joseph, what's so funny about that is when I brought my girlfriend down, we actually just did mostly Dallas, but that was because, like DFW, we did because the Blue Jays were playing against the Texas Rangers, so we got to catch a game, which was really cool. But
how is their new stadium there? That's pretty cool. Their new stadium
is cool. Yeah, I mean,
their old stadium wasn't even that old. The one
Choctaw was cool for sure. It's still up. It's still there. It's across the street. So, all right, puck dumped in back into the Canadian zone, and it's going to be an icing against Sweden.
Just to let you know, like you could take a tour of Dallas Cowboys Stadium. I did it with my cousin who's from down there, and that's pretty cool too. If you ever get a chance.
Yeah, I got a tour of AT&T.
It looks so much bigger from the outside. Inside, it feels very like
it's because there's so much
it's
there's
crazy.
So much around. There's
there's not a bad seat in that stadium. It's awesome.
No, it's awesome. Yeah. All right. Face off back in the Sweden zone. It's going to be Nathan McKinnon on the draw.
How about a hockey game there? That would be awesome.
Yeah. All right. Point shot. Puck around the boards. Now picked up here by Colton Parayko. Back behind the net for Crosby. Crosby tied up there by Hedman. Hedman will steal the puck, and he'll get it forward for Mika. Mika now to the right side for Brodin. Brodin now will backhand it as he crosses the line. Sweden will go off for a change. Parayko back to recover the puck. Now to the left side. Played forward now to the left for Crosby. Crosby up top for McKinnon. Oh, look how dominant. Nathan McKinnon, a shot short side. Stopped by Philip Gustafsson. Man, McKinnon with the puck. He just looks so dominant. It looks like time is slowing down for everyone else.
Yeah, and that was like if Gustafsson's not paying attention there, he's going to get scored on. That's how great that short side shot was on by McKinnon. He is one of my favorite players to watch. I got to see him in person. I have a deal with him.
He's just so dominant. Like that's just the best word I can use for McKinnon. He just looks like he just controls everything on the ice.
Yeah. Thank you, Saad. I appreciate it. I don't know where I got it from, but it's pretty cool. I like it. It's pretty cool. It's got the goalie masks too.
Yeah, that is sweet.
The old school goalie masks.
All right. So the total goals right now are over under 5.5. So get your prediction in the chat.
Ooh, I think under. I'm going under. I'm going to go under. It's going under. It's going under. Sweden settled down. They're actually making some plays.
I thought
nice little backhand.
But
what a nice shot on goal, huh?
Lucas Raymond, short side backhand, stopped by Bennington.
Yeah, wow, that could have been a goal.
Yeah, you almost caught Bennington by surprise there.
Yeah.
Went in hard, though, into the board. Shots 10-6 for Canada. Sorry, guys, I'm lacking. I'll get the play-by-play going. Jeremiah and I kind of having a chat there. But face off to the right of Binnington. It's going to be, let's see if Braden Point can win the defensive draw here.
We got, my buddy Mike's in, the degenerate Bostonian. He's saying 4-2 Canada. Yeah, but Mike, we thought BC was going to win too. So I think it's going to be an under. 5.5. It could be 5-0 Canada. That's still under.
Yeah, we'll see. That's going to be an icing against Canada.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, it's already 2-0 Canada. Could you see them score 3 more goals and Sweden not score? I could see that happening. That would be awful, but that's what we're getting.
No, right now, if I'm making the live prediction, I think Sweden can get back into this and get a goal or two. I don't know if Canada's scoring more than 4 goals against Philip Gustafson at this rate. I think they've cleaned it up a little bit. They got the first 2 goals, and here's the thing. I think Canada, in comparison to that first period, you can tell they're a little bit less urgent right now in terms of their play. So we'll see. And when I say urgent, I mean in the offensive aspect of it.
Well, you figure Canada, it was going to slow down for them a little bit too. Adrenaline's going to get you through a little bit of the first period. The crowd is in it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
for sure.
They're human beings on the other side there. So 3-2 Canada would be 3-2 Sweden. Isaac says 3-2 Sweden, Canada. Isaac he's believing in his Sweden.
From Hedman missed. Yeah, you got to ride high and see if Sweden can come back.
Well, he's from Sweden. Isaac is from Sweden. So
Point now, waiting in front. And that was broken up. He was looking for Marchand's number 2 on the night. And Marchand back. Oh, a point shot from Doughty. Doughty almost got on the board there for Canada. Now Seth Jarvis trying to go after it.
What a nice play by Jarvis to just sauce that pass in to create that whole scoring chance for Point. That was an underrated pass in the neutral zone there to kind of just chip that over the defenseman's stick and create that whole chance. Sorry.
No, you're good.
You're still a little bit ahead of me, so I just got to.
No, you're good. Yeah, I mean, look for my gaps and play-by-play, but I know it's hard because, guys, we're a little bit behind. And I saw a comment earlier saying for me to rewind. I'm watching on the hotel television, so unfortunately I can't pause and rewind, but we'll try to keep making it work. But yeah, Point's attempt there across for Marchand. Good stick. Hey, a defensive stick from Erik Karlsson. So maybe Karlsson is better defensively than Bouchard. Let's see. Count on empty netters. 1 goal game is not going to happen there. Fair. That's a good point, actually. But here's the thing. 3-2 Sweden overtime maybe is what he's saying.
Creepy Prod. He's talking about St. John's, Newfoundland, right? Isn't St. John's in Newfoundland? He's talking about Newfoundland.
Yeah.
They don't have the population or the money to do it. So
Jimmy says we really need the next goal. I think, honestly, guys, I don't want to say next goal wins, but I think if Sweden gets a goal here,
it's a game.
Second period, I think it's a game, and it really turns the momentum of what's happening here. So keep an eye on how Sweden plays in these next few shifts, because I think they've played a lot better here in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
All right.
Good.
So we got 373. We've been pretty consistent. And again, I know there's obviously going to be a lot of other streams out there and things like that, but it's been good, guys. So I appreciate you. And
you haven't been streaming on the reg, right? So
so the fact that numbers are pretty solid. And again, we're going to have some big streams coming up, guys, in terms of obviously like the trade deadline week. I'm thinking of doing more than just one stream, to be honest. I think there's going to be a few there in that week. We'll
have NHL Nightly that whole week too. So
yeah, so exactly. So there might be NHL Nightly, maybe a couple of guests that week. I might do some earlier streams to add some extra coverage. Yeah, if Frank Saravalli could join again. Again, we're obviously gracious of his time and understanding that he's going to be busy that week. So if he can join, great. If not, we'll try to get other guests going. But
Stephen Ellis, he would be great.
Yeah, there's going to be some conversations there. I think obviously leading into that deadline, we're hoping to get a couple other insiders or guys that are very much passionate about the trade circle. Here's the thing. I know people it reflects on my content, but I'm a huge trade guy because I think it's fun. I mean, here's the thing. I think some people take it too seriously in the sense of I make realistic predictions and then I talk about the hypotheticals. And I think sometimes people forget that the hypotheticals sometimes are just fun. Like they're fun for me. And everyone that we talk to, and I talk to specifically in the content world, is you should make content that you enjoy, that you like making. And for me, when I'm reading news and I'm hearing rumors from people in the hockey world and all this stuff, I want to talk about it. regardless if it's realistic or not. And here's the thing. A lot of these guys do that. Elliot Friedman and Frank Saravalli, 95% of the stuff that those guys talk about does not end up happening, right? It's just how it is. But it means that they're giving the inside info on stuff that's being talked about. And that's, at the end of the day, that's what we want still.
Well, and they're doing a lot of the same things we're doing. They're just getting to talk to the general managers. But they're looking at who has the cap space, who's UFAs, who are guys that we think that are get moved, who are guys that can help. If you have half a brain and you cover the sport, like I don't spend anything. Yeah, the NBA trade deadline was crazy too.
I hope the NHL's 80% of that. We're back at action here. Marchand's got a goal and 2 shots on net. But yeah, I hope the NHL trade deadline's as crazy as the NBA, and that would be nuts. Oh, here we go. Connor McDavid enter the zone. He'll stop up outside the circle. McDavid looking in front for Reinhart. That got past him and picked up here now by Lucas Raymond. McDavid now tied up there by Bratt. He'll go back behind the net, played there by Binnington. 13:07 left in the second period. Morrissey now to the right side for Parayko. Stretch pass forward for McKinnon. Now to the left for Marner. Marner will dump it in. McKinnon and Crosby now on the ice for Canada.
Haven't heard his name very much tonight, John.
Marner?
Yeah.
Oh, stolen. Shot! And Mark Stone almost beats Philip Gustafson short side. Now Crosby trying to go after the puck. Oh, that's a bad pinch from Devon Taves. That's the kind of mistake that could cost Canada. And great back check from Taves to recover. The pass attempt was for Victor Hedman in the high slot, and that's broken up. Now McKinnon played forward, and that's going to be an icing. That pass missed Crosby.
Crosby got away with the slash in the corner there to create that turnover from the get-go. Just a little bit of one there.
Ooh, Philip Gustafson, man. And Crosby did get knocked down pretty heavy, though, and prior to that, into the net by Elias Lindholm. So a little bit of chippiness coming out of that first period, Jeremiah, since that late shot towards the net from Erik Karlsson. There's some more chippiness in the second period.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. They're showing the review. It didn't look like he got hit really hard. He just kind of lost an edge or something, and then he was down on his butt, but the player stayed with him. But if you look at the hit, it didn't look like he really put a lot on him there.
Right off the faceoff, Sweden gets one on net. Another stop there from Binnington. So Binnington stops 7 of 7 shots.
There we go. Getting a little closer in the shot department, at least.
For sure. And it looked like there was a little bit of traffic there. Devon Taves was trying to push Kempe out of the way. So Binnington did get a look at that shot. And it looked like it just closed in on his right arm there.
If you don't get a chance to watch him play, Adrian Kempe is nasty. I know a lot of people don't know his game, but I get to see him living out here in, West Coast time a lot. Very good.
Canada now trying to put on the pressure on the forecheck. It comes back out to the neutral zone. Doughty to the left side for Morrissey. Back into the middle of the ice for Point. Point tries to cut into the middle. Past Pettersson. He gets knocked down. Here comes Team Sweden. It's Philip Forsberg. Forsberg looking in front. And Kempe couldn't get there. See, that's what you need if you're Sweden. More action from Forsberg. Forsberg a shot. That's blocked. Now Dahlin down low into the corner. See, Nylander.
That was a really dumb play by Forsberg, though. He throws it into the middle. There's no one there. Just skate around the net until you get your team in the zone there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, for sure. That was a broken play. I do think that Sweden's mentality going into the second period is shoot, shoot, shoot. But you're right. On that play, it's a bit of a dead play. You don't got contributors with you.
Yeah, play smart hockey, though. Like, get some numbers and...
Shots now 11-8 for Canada. So Sweden definitely catching up in that department. Puck goes towards the net, so Binnington will freeze up. Nylander a little late to that party. Now Sweden's going to get a chance here back in the offensive zone. I will say there's some feedback on X right now from Leaf fans, and honestly, I'm with it, is Nylander definitely should be with Pettersson and Forsberg. I don't like the look so far with Zibanejad, but we'll see.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Kempe, smart player, but real quick, I've heard that Popeye sailor that Gordie Howe is one of the best. One of the best.
Sweden wins the offensive faceoff. Karlsson now to the left side of the blue line for Matthias Ekholm. Now Nylander overskates the puck. Not a great play from Willie. Cirelli now trying to get around Ekholm. He'll dump it in. Karlsson back to retreat. And he does get it up. And for Ricard Raquel, he got knocked down. Take a hit to make a play there from Erik Karlsson. Colton Parayko now getting pressured by Mika Zibanejad. Up the right wall, and that will go way back. And played there by Gustafson. And Hagel was a little late there with a bit of a jab at the Swedish netminder, and Ekholm has some words for the referee. But yes, they are reviewing the second period's physical play, and coming out of that first period, we had some physicality from Dahlian and McDavid exchanging a couple knocks. McKinnon's made a couple hits. Raquel knocking McDavid down in front of the net. So a lot of physicality coming out of that late first period and early on in the second period. So
Dahlian hit McDavid after McDavid cross-checked him right across the chest. I mean, it's fair play. All's fair in love and hockey.
Yep. 10:50 left in the second period. Shots 12-10 for Canada. Back to the point. Now that's broken up. Zibanejad will play it forward. Here comes Raquel, and Nylander will go off for a change. Raquel now joined by Lucas Raymond. Raquel in front, and that was broken up by Doughty. Good defensive play. Doughty now gets knocked down, stolen by Lucas Raymond. Raymond waiting off the boards, now to the point for Hedman. Hedman now to the right side for Brodin. A shot! Scores! Jonas Brodin! It's a 2-1 hockey game. Jeremiah, what did we say? Oh my
You
goodness.
said it. You
Okay,
said it.
bro.
What a nice little pass from Victor Hedman to get it off over to the side. Actually, probably a goal that Bennington wants back.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's a rough one, man. And this is the stuff that we're talking
The
about.
goals that Canada has scored, legit good goals. This one's a softie. This is good, man. This is good for the game. We needed to see Sweden put some pressure on Canada a little bit here.
Oh, that's so rough.
Little bit of traffic there.
The traffic definitely was a factor there. I will say where the puck was located, it's right by his.
He puts it by
mask.
his ear.
It's right by his ear. It's a little bit of a flutter shot. I will say though, you probably want that back still, regardless. It's not. It didn't look like a deflection, at least from my eye there. As I said, a little bit of a knuckleballer, I guess, but you want that back. That's a tough one to allow.
Sorry, the dogs were barking for the scoring. I guess they're in.
It's going to be an icing against Canada. This is the situation Canada did not want to be in. A great first period. You're hot. You're feeling good. As you said, the adrenaline moving. And then now it's a 2-1 hockey game, middle of the second period. Shots are about even or getting there, 11-9 for Canada at this point. But a 2-1 hockey game nonetheless. And we've got ourselves a close one. Face off in the Canada zone to the left of Binnington. It's McKinnon against Zibanejad. So the Nylander Zibanejad line right back out there. Face off, a little tie up. Morrissey trying to recover it. And Raquel's looked good. I mean, here's the thing. I don't think Nylander has no help. Like I said, I think there would be more maybe momentum with a guy like PD or Forsberg. Oh, a point shot! It looked like it was going wide, but Binnington stretched out to get the glove on it and get the whistle. But Brodin again. Brodin is seeing the puck well. He gets the goal, and another point shot from Brodin there almost gets a second.
Well, and they're getting traffic in front, and they're not just letting Canada just run, rough shot all over the place, controlling the puck. That's the key.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, that was the message, right? I mean, it's exactly what I said at the end of the first period. The two messages are get shots on net. Obviously, that's like a big cliche, but get traffic in front of the net. They weren't doing that in the first period.
Yeah, it was Nylander by himself. And then even early in the period, you had that really nice play. Forsberg goes down. He just tosses it to the slot. There's no one there. There's 4 Canadian players there. What are you doing? Make smarter plays. So
that was a good, I would say, movement from Sweden on that shift that leads to a goal. But here's the thing. Canada's got to go back to that first period. The physicality is one thing, and it's not like Canada hasn't been doing it. But
who has the advantage in physicality if you look at these rosters? I would almost say Sweden.
I think Canada still. I mean, here's the thing. There's a lot of guys on Sweden that I would say balance it out to be against that. Like, who on Canada, beside Mitch Marner, Jeremiah, could you say, okay, that guy can't engage in physical?
I feel like Mitch Marner could play but he doesn't have to play like hitting guys, but he can play like a great defensive game, though.
Yeah, defensive. I'm not talking defensive. I'm talking about physicality. I'm talking about like man-on-man, physical nature, like body on body. I don't see that with many of the guys on Sweden. Like, go through the list. Like, Pettersson is the same thing. Pettersson can play a defensive game and get physical if he wants, but I don't think he's going to match up well physically against a Nathan McKinnon or a Sam Bennett or an Anthony Cirelli, or like go down the list of some of these guys on Canada. And then the defense group, here's the thing. Sweden's got a couple bigger guys I would say that the defense group makes the argument for Sweden to be
I think their defense are all physical. Hedman could be physical. Brodin could be physical. Ekholm could be physical. Carlson, maybe no. Take Carlson out.
I was going to say Carlson.
Forsling and Dahlin, definitely physical guys.
Yeah, they can. I mean, I was going to say Dahlin has definitely engaged more.
And if now you're Canada playing 5D, you're playing with 5D now. You're short of D. That's got to play a factor in this too, early in the game.
Yeah. No, like I said, I think Sweden's defense makes more of an argument for the physicality than their forward group. There's a lot of guys there in the forward group that are just soft. Like, I think, yeah, you make a good point with Elias Lindholm. He can be physical. He can play that style.
Well, Ekholm or Eriksson Ek. The bottom two centers are very good, like physical.
Physically. Yeah, for sure. And but then, you look at the top two, not so much.
I think Raymond is a little bit of a physical guy. I think Kempe is definitely physical. Ricard Raquel could be physical. Forsberg is not physical, but yeah, it's like 50-50 on the forwards. But
Jeremiah, I think you're going in a different direction with the physical because, like, we've seen Philip Forsberg get engaged in a crazy fight, and I think he definitely rubs guys out more than Raquel does. Like Raquel, I think gets into certain areas, but like
that's fair.
I don't know. Nylander obviously is the one guy that's just the write-off in that category.
But he could be physical if he wanted to be, though. I feel like if he wanted,
that's what I'm saying. I think we're having two different discussions in terms of guys that can be or guys that are actually, because Nylander's
in their game.
Actually.
It has to be part of their lexicon. Sweden getting some good zone time here, right?
All right. I'll get back to some commentary for the great people in the chat. Nylander back to the point for Hedman. Now Carlson is shot. That was blocked by Marner. And Sweden keeps it alive. Carlson. And off a body back into the neutral zone. Zibanejad back for it. 8:50.
Not a good shot from Carlson there.
No, not good shot selection. Puck goes forward. Arvidsson a little bit out of his reach. Now back on the left wall. Marchand trying to get it forward. He does. Morrissey now. Net to the right. Seth Jarvis. For Marchand, it was out of his reach again. Looks like this third line, a lot of broken plays. And Sweden's bench was calling for too many men for Canada. That was a close call. Jarvis
it was definitely too many men. It was definitely too many men. I don't know how it wasn't called. It was definitely too many men.
Puck across. That's broken up.
The guy jumped right back on the ice. He jumped right back on the ice. That's called 9 times out of 10. That's a tough one there.
We'll have to look back on it. They have clarified that in recent years that if a player is touching the bench and on the bench, essentially, he doesn't have to be actually behind the bench, but if he's touching the bench out of the play, they consider that player out of the play. But if he did engage with the puck and then go off, then obviously that's a different story.
He didn't engage with the puck, but Canada had the puck when he came. It was 6. It's usually if your team has the puck and you have 6 on the ice, it's a penalty.
We'll talk about it after. Because I think here's the thing. That's not the case. Because if Canada has the puck in the offensive zone, a defenseman could be making a change. And
neutral zone. Neutral zone.
No, I know that. But what I'm saying is what you said there is not accurate per se if you have the puck and 6 guys are on the ice. What I'm saying is we'll have to watch it back because very much.
If you have 6 guys on the ice, is it not considered too many men on the ice?
No,
period.
No.
In the discussion.
No,
okay.
Not. Because if you make a line change, guys always jump on the.
I feel like they should take like a blue, almost like a blue line in front of the bench. And if you're in that little area, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? And that's where the guy was for sure. He didn't go away from the bench, but he had to jump on and jump right back off.
Yeah, what I'm saying is the case. When line changes happen, they happen on the fly. Guy jumps on the ice. The guy that's changing is not off the ice yet. So there's always going to be 6 or 7 guys on the ice at a time when there's a line change happening, because
that's why I say you make that little neutral zone in the right by the bench, where if you're in it, it doesn't matter, right? You're just part of a changing player as long as you don't play the puck or whatever.
Get it across Marner. Oh, it almost went into the net. The fans reacted as if it went into the net. We will see. There's a bit of a hesitation here. Did Nathan McKinnon score here? He was beside the net.
It didn't
look like it crossed the line.
It didn't even come close. It's about 6 inches from the line.
Marner threw it towards the net. Then it was bouncing, and no, it did not go close, as Jeremiah had said. But there was a bit of a reaction and a hesitation there. It was bouncing, but Rasmus Elliott seems like he did save a goal. McKinnon was a little late to it. But
if he's a split second earlier, that's 3-1 Canada for sure. And if Dahlin doesn't make a play on the puck, it might fall in the far post there for sure.
Good stats here from TNT. Dalian most points by a Swedish defenseman under the age of 25. You got Canada back in the offensive zone. It's McDavid. It's Marner. It's Reinhardt. See if they can do something here.
I
Marner
will
down
say,
the left side for Makar.
I think guys like that, it's going to help elevate their game. If he plays the way he could play in Dahlin and stuff, maybe we see him come out of this like, hey, I'm one of the best defensemen in the world.
Blue line, a shot stopped by Philip Gustafson.
I still think we're looking at the under. You degenerates.
6:48 left in the second period. Canada getting more traffic in front. Shots are 13-10 for Canada. So we don't have the highest total shots or highest shot total we've seen in recent games in the NHL, but a little different with the structure of the tournament. Four nations, guys are not familiar with each other per se, especially with the gap in international tournaments in recent years. Ricard Raquel out of the corner, trying to cut in front. Nylander was there to support him. And Zibanejad will play it back to the point for Hedman. Hedman, a long shot. That's a bad shot selection. Now it's played forward for Crosby. Crosby! Missed short side, top left corner. He was racing with Hedman. Now Crosby again! And he's knocked off the puck by Victor Hedman. Great defensive play by Victor Hedman. That reach is hard to play.
Do we think Crosby is 100%?
Maybe, maybe not.
I'm just curious.
Like I said, I made the assumption he's probably 80-90. But here's the thing: it's very hard to get around that reach of Victor Hedman.
I mean, he's already made like a great play in this game. It's the difference in the game. If you want to get technical, the power play goal.
Yep.
So
no, I here's the thing: I think Crosby in individual segments of the game, he's going to look great. End-to-end action, he might look like he's, I don't know, managing an injury a little bit. We'll see. But
yeah, I haven't noticed it at all. He, by the way, he's just not fast anymore. For those of you that don't watch him on the regular. So I don't think he made a bad play there or anything. I don't want to criticize. I'm not criticizing his play. Like, and Hedman's one of the best defensemen in the league. So.
Oh my, Kempe, a one-timer he missed, but that was close. Back behind the net for Philip Forsberg, and a battle here with Morrissey. Morrissey now enough to get it forward to the left wall, and bouncing puck played into the neutral zone. Seth Jarvis going after it. He doesn't get there. He'll go off for a change. Sweden will dump it right back into Canada's zone. You just have seen a completely different Sweden team in this second period.
Yeah, they actually look like they're in the game, which is, refreshing if you care about close game. If you don't have a dog in the fight.
Forsling, a one-timer. Oh my, did Binnington get a piece on that? If he did, what a save. Arvidsson's one-timer. It stays out. Now McDavid gets the puck past the line. He'll dump it in.
Oh, wow.
Sweden now through the neutral zone. It's Forsling on the left side around the boards. Puck out of the corner. It's a bouncer.
That is exactly where Sweden wants to keep Connor McDavid, in the defensive zone.
Hedman can keep the puck in there. We got 4:15 left in the second period. Guys, give me a 1 in the chat if you think Sweden's going to score the next goal. 2 in the chat if you think Canada's going to extend the lead.
Yeah, Rick's calling for the crowd to get going. He wants the crowd to get going. If Canada scores here, it's the roof is going to blow off, because this has been pretty. I mean, it's a 13-11 in shots, and remember I said this could be 13-13 really, for some of the sussy shots they were taking off. So it's a lot closer game now.
A breakout for Sweden here. Puck down low from Bratt to Raymond.
This is the line I expected something from.
Here we go. Canada 3-on-2. Morrissey to the left side for Cirelli. Cirelli, a sauce across in front. A rebound. Morrissey couldn't put it home. And a counter here from Sweden. This could be their chance. 3-on-2. Raymond waiting. Shot stopped by Binnington. It's kind of weird that Raymond slowed up like that. And then Ekholm, a blast that was deflected into the corner.
I am so surprised Canada didn't score there.
End-to-end action.
I mean, Travis Konechny was sitting there in the high slot. If he gets to that puck, it's in.
Puck back into the Canadian zone. Raquel trying to go after it. And a battle there with Devon Taves. Again, a great reminder from Jeremiah earlier. The Canadians are dealing with 5 defensemen as Shea Theodore left the game. Here comes Sidney Crosby on the right side against Forsling. Crosby, stop, waiting, stop!
I was gonna say,
Marchand! What a pass from Sidney Crosby!
You know what happened?
Oh, there you go.
You know what happened?
3-1.
Your scoreboard spoiled. It literally
There
said
you
3.
go.
Your scoreboard spoiled for you, HTH, because
It didn't spoil for me.
it said no, it definitely did. It was 3-1 before you called the goal.
But I didn't
It
see
said
that.
no, I'm just telling you, the little scoreboard above us said 3-1. I was like, oh, Canada's scoring here.
Yeah.
So the scoreboard spoiled for us. But that's okay. Mark Stone's such a money player. And you know what? Everybody in Sweden is back. Here's Crosby. He hasn't slowed down. What a pass. Yep. Zibanejad not playing good defense. What a shock. Maybe we do hit the over. Yes. Sidney Crosby still sensational.
What a play by Crosby.
What?
14-12 of the shots for Canada. What a pass by Crosby, man. Mark Stone is happy to be playing with Sid. That's all I'll say.
Give me a minute.
2:10 left in the second.
Give me a minute. Sorry.
Let's see. We got under 2 minutes to go. Pettersson waiting. Oh, Carlson blocked off. All right, there you go. Got it on the screen there. Nylander. High sticking. You got McKinnon go. Oh, Bennington down. Oh, McKinnon got knocked. Doughty doesn't like that. A little jab from Forsberg. There you go, guys. We got a dono. Hey, John, I appreciate that. Honestly, I take Marchand as captain for the Leafs. Thank you so much for the dono, John. And oh my, what a hot take. Michael says, every time I've grabbed a drink, Canada scored. But thank you so much for the dono, John. Really appreciate the dono. All right. Yeah, Jeremiah, when you want to come on, let me know. Can I show X on here? Yeah, we could. We could definitely show X on here. I'm going to do that for the trade deadline stream, a lot of other stuff. So keep an eye on that. Bit of a slushy here.
Sorry about that. Dogs are going nuts. I thought maybe a moose was in the yard. I don't know what happened. My wife came home for this, so there
we go. All right, I'll close this up a little bit.
406 on all platforms, man.
Let's go, guys. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button on YouTube. Why is this acting up now?
Popeye, I love all your comments. It's been awesome. He says, I never got to see Gretzky play live on TV. I got to see all the bruisers in the 70s, and they folded. SJ isn't the same. It's all snackers and selfies at their games now. Yeah. I don't know, man. But I will tell you, it was really cool to hear about your experiences with Ted Lindsay and Gordie Howe. That's awesome, man. Yes, leave a like. Leave a like. Where are we at with likes, HTH? I'm seeing 138 likes. Is that where you're at?
That's what I see. Yep. Trying to fix the scoreboard. There we go. I guess it's better.
No, it's good. All I'll tell you is if it's tied to the thing, sometimes because we're watching it on TV, it actually scores because they're so good now that it'll give you the score. Like I have the Apple Sports app, and I usually get the score spoiled for me all the time. So
I was just gonna say, I mean, not a big deal, but you just had me tripped out because I was just trying to have a hype goal call, and then you were kind of like trying to speak over it. So
I apologize. It came up. I was like, oh, it let us know.
No, all good. I didn't spoil for me, so the call didn't get ruined, and I think that's what I was just trying to focus on. But
no, you crushed the call. You crushed the call. I saw the goal, and I was like, oh, here it goes. In my head, I didn't say anything when you were doing it. So,
do you guys know if or when this is held again, that it would be held in another respective nation, or is the plan to keep it solely in North America? No, it's not going to be a Four Nations tournament like this again. Gary Bettman confirmed before this that there's going to be Olympics next year, 2026. There's going to be World Cup of Hockey 2028, and it's going to be more nations. It's going to be I think a minimum, he said 8 nations. So there's going to be at least 8 nations. So if I had to make a prediction beyond the 4 that are here now, it's going to be Czechia in there. It's probably going to be Switzerland, probably Germany, and then maybe one other one that's like...
Well, Russia will be in there, I'm assuming.
Well, yeah, that's their plan. I just don't know. Obviously, we're not going to get into that conversation, but I don't know what's going to happen on a broader world conversation. So if that's not the case, if Russia's not in there, then
Czechia for sure.
Slovakia, hot take.
Czechia and Slovakia for sure. Czechia, Slovakia, Germany. That's 3. That makes 7. If you add Russia, that's 8.
I just said one other. No, I think Switzerland would be over Slovakia.
Really?
You don't think so? Well, think about Switzerland right now. They've got Nico Hischier.
Yep.
Right.
He's injured. He's injured.
Yeah, but I'm saying when the tournament happens, they got Nico Hischier. They got Kevin Fiala. They've got
Latvia. Latvia is a good one too. Daryl Sutter for sure. Latvia too. Sorry, John.
No, you're good. I think. Yeah, you're right. I mean, Slovakia and Switzerland probably each have like 4 or 5 legitimate. I was trying to think of the guy on New Jersey. I'm just being dumb right now. But Roman Yossi obviously is Switzerland as well. I'm trying to think of a goalie for Switzerland right now. But the top 4 for Switzerland would probably be Nico Hischier.
I always think of David Abisher.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I don't know who.
Kevin Fiala.
Yeah. I mean, Grubauer is a German goalie, right? So, I mean, I know he's not playing in the NHL right now. I'm going to look at Swiss goalies in the NHL. Rito Berra.
Who? I swear there was another German goalie in the NHL.
Well, Kira Schmid is of Switzerland. He's from Swiss. So he's with the Vegas Golden Knights. Thomas Greiss, for sure, right?
Well, Greiss will be cool by the time that happens.
Yeah, I mean, he's not playing in the NHL anymore.
I think he's retired anyways.
Yeah, he is. Olaf Kolzig was a good one. But no, Grubauer right now is your current. Timo, they got some guys. I mean, you got to remember, too, those guys over there will play. Yep. So,
hey, Kilo, thank you so much for the $5 dono. Of course, I can explain that to you. I appreciate it. Hey, that's you know what? There's so many cool things about this channel and growing viewership and bringing up more people in. But a new hockey fan coming in and following the content, that's one of the cool things. So Kilo says, can you please explain why goalies leave their nets when their team has a power play delay? Also, can a goalie throw the puck down the ice? New to hockey. Yes. So yes to the second question. A goalie can throw the puck wherever they want as long as they don't go in the restricted area. The restricted area is the 2 corners in their own zone beside the net. So you'll see those like diagonal lines. That's the restricted area for the goalie. Beyond that, the goalie can throw the puck wherever.
No, they can't cross center ice, I don't think. Remember Patrick Waugh did that once. He got a penalty for it.
Yeah, I think, but I thought they were just asking about throwing the puck down the ice, not actually skating down the ice.
Well, you were saying he could go anywhere. They got to stay in their own defense.
I meant in the defensive zone by the net. Sorry, that's what I meant to say.
It's only happened like once.
Yeah. So, and then the other question. So basically the goalie leaving their net, they'll go to the bench. And because there can be 6 players, 6 people on each team on the ice at the same time, when the goalie leaves to the bench, a player can take the goalie's place. So at all times, 6 people. So if the goalie leaves the ice and goes to the bench, a player can jump on the ice and there's 6 skaters on the ice. Hopefully that helps answer your question. But yes, a goalie, for example, if it's an empty net for the other team, a goalie can score a goal. We've seen some goalie goals recently, Jeremiah.
Yeah. We've seen the Pittsburgh goalie.
Yep, Nedeljkovic scored.
Yeah,
A
got
goalie
an
goal
assist
too.
and a goal in the same game, I think. Yeah, American. He's American.
Big shout out to everyone that's in the chat right now. I'm trying to check.
Yeah, we are 111 in the YouTube chat, 291 on X, and 2 in the Twitch. I love it. Awesome.
Awesome. Yeah, guys, make sure you share the stream around to your friends. J-Dub says, let's go, Jarvie. Let's go. And we've got 2 new subscribers in that second period, so I appreciate it. Let us know if you were the one to subscribe.
J-Dub, our big Carolina Hurricanes fan. Represent Caniacs. Look at how many subs have you gone up today?
I think 16.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's
so thank you to everyone that's hitting that subscribe button. Keep her going. It's going to be good. Saturday night. Canada,
yeah,
US.
Darkness, that's fair, but he's really only had to make like 1 or 2 saves that like have been like 10 bell. Like I don't think he's not the difference in this game whatsoever.
Yeah. So yeah, guys, we'll be on standby to see if we're going to stream or someone's going to stream on this channel for USA Finland tomorrow. I will be at the airport, so I will not be able to. But if there's someone else available, we'll see. I'm just going to basically go by on my availability here the next week or so. So tomorrow, no, but Saturday probably a stream, and then Monday probably a stream. Moss is big hype to Kilo and very welcoming channel chat, so never be afraid to ask any questions. And thank you so much, Kilo. Another donation. I really appreciate that. Says, but if there's a delayed penalty and the goalie leaves for the awarded team, can't the other team just no? So Kilo, the goalie only leaves for a delayed penalty for the other team. So for example, if the other team has a delayed penalty and that goalie leaves, the team with the delayed penalty, once they touch the puck, the play dies. The play's over, ref blows the whistle, and it's a penalty for that team, and they go to the box. So that's the benefit of the goalie leaving to go to the bench, is because the only way that a goal can be scored against is if their own team scores against themselves. So if the opposing team has a delayed penalty, right when that team touches the puck, the play is dead. So the team that has that advantage and the goalie goes to the bench, they can have 6 skaters on the ice. They can control the puck until that team touches the puck and the play dies. So it's an advantage.
You could literally score before the penalty. If you do score, the penalty is null and void.
Yes.
But you get that advantage, and if you can control the puck, it could actually last longer than a 2-minute power play would last if they don't touch it, right? So
Thomas, that's a weird comment, man. Don't be saying that. I actually love when people ask questions, because here's the thing. It's easier to get answers like that from people that know hockey versus like trying to like figure it out from people, random people online that don't. So, yeah, no, I appreciate you guys in here. Stats says that was the Blues home opener. Big shut up, Popeye. Yeah, Louis Eriksson officially retired. So it's good to get new fans in here, because that's how you get new hockey fans.
Yeah, you don't want to discourage anybody just because they don't know about the game. I always say, take a friend that's never been to a hockey game, they'll fall in love with it. This will be the most popular sport in the world. It's way better than the NFL, where they have one play and then they spend 45 minutes reviewing it. You know, go watch a game. Is there a better sport to watch live, HTH, than the game of hockey?
Nope.
I was at a building with the Alaska Aces, 6 overtimes. This building holds 6,300 people. Maybe 200 people went home. The roof blew off the place when the game-winning goal was scored. Unbelievable. Back and forth, non-stop the whole entire time. You have to go experience a hockey game live. You will love it. It's the greatest sport in the world. And I feel like it's the most, like the players are the best. Like they're some of the best people you'll meet. I met so many ex-NHLers. Heck, there's 3 or 4 guys, Matt Carl, Scott Gomez, Nate Thompson. Ty Conklin, they're all from my hometown here. I call Anchorage my hometown now because I've lived here more than half my life. John, we met Dave Keon at the Hockey Hall of Fame.
Yep.
Guy, unbelievable player, takes a photo, just like there's the classiest people, man. So it's just it's one of the best sports.
Yeah.
No,
everything about it, behind the scenes, players, personnel. I was gonna say, before I forgot to tell you, Jeremiah, I actually got to tour Bridgestone Arena this week as well, which is really cool.
Sweet. Yeah. Oh, dude, that's so cool.
And I didn't realize they have two massive goal horn things at the top of the building. So I didn't realize that either. But when you hear the Preds score, there's a reason why it's that loud. They got some monster horns up there. But yeah, I mean, from what you've told me, everyone that you met, there's obviously going to be the one-offs that are not great interactions, but those are the one-offs.
Yeah. Every team has their bet, but I've heard of a lot of people having bad interactions with guys from the NFL, baseball, like on a routine. You do not hear that regularly with hockey people. I'm talking about the reporters, the people in the business, the players. They're awesome. And the fans are great too, man. The fans are great. This would be an awesome event to be at. I wished I was in Montreal. We got to get to Montreal. That would be a little fun roadie for sure.
Yep. What was I going to say? Yeah. So Darkness makes a good point. That's always been the conversation around hockey. It's just, it's expensive to get into.
I don't think it's any more expensive to go to a regular season hockey game than it is at a regular season baseball game. Do you? And there's 182 of those. I guess in Toronto where you live, it's much cheaper to go to a baseball game. But I mean, I'll go to like Diamondback games on a regular and I'll drop $300-$400 to go. I mean, that's like, it's, if I sit lower level, like first or third base line, you're talking that, that's about what I would pay to go to see a Leafs game regular season, and that game's going to be way more impactful. Having been to a Leafs game with you, I'd much rather go to that. Yeah. 20 minutes.
Yep. 20 minutes between periods.
Yep.
But yeah, guys, 3-1 Leafs, 3-1 Canada.
It is 3-1 Leafs. It's the Maple Leafs.
It's the Maple Leafs.
It's the Maple Leaf.
Well, no, I'm not. That wasn't a Leaf homer moment. That was a Jeremiah just said we're going to a Leaf game, and I Leafs.
No, but it is a maple leaf on the flag. You're okay. It's the maple leaf. It's the creme. It's the crescendo, creme de la creme.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you're right. Yes, J-Dub. Awesome. Appreciate you. I don't even know if I can. If I can pin a comment on this side, then I'm gonna pin that one.
You can star the comment so you can refer back to it. If you star it, then you can go back to it. In the John's, we're using StreamYard. He's used to Streamlabs, and StreamYard is like the most user friendly. I mean, it takes it takes 3 minutes to learn how to use it, right? So he's figuring it out. So I will be able to be with you on USA Canada. If we are traveling, it's next weekend.
Okay.
So, just not to put that out there, but
let's see. Kyle says, absolutely. If I lived near an NHL arena and I could afford to go to a game, I'd definitely go see a game. Just name the cost. Pretty much is one of those exciting events for a hockey fan. Yeah. I mean, I'll say this too, on like a devil's advocate side of things. It's like, it is super expensive in terms of getting into as like playing. Like it is so expensive to go to a game, and I'm not trying to like judge anyone's like financial situation, but if you go to one game per year, like I think in terms of like, you can find arenas that are very like, not like, here's the thing. Nashville's not doing great this year. You can get a ticket for $20-$30.
Yeah.
So what I'm getting at, I'm not trying to discount. Obviously, everyone's trying to save their money, and it's a hard world to live in right now. But there are a lot of you can't judge the hockey prices just based on the Torontos and Montreals of the world. There's a lot of arenas that you can go to a game. Like, for example,
is Montreal that expensive though? I don't think it's that bad.
It's really expensive.
Is it?
Yeah, crazy. Okay. Like, there's some matchups that are not so much, but for example, Montreal on a Saturday night, you're paying at least $200.
But that's not, to me, that's not insane. If you're going to go to 1 or 2 games a year, that's not insane.
Yeah, one or two. I'm just saying there's some people that don't want to pay that to go to a hockey game. I'm just getting more on the fact that there's a lot of arenas you can pay 20, 30. Like I went to the Leaf Stars game last year in Dallas and I paid $30 for my ticket.
Yeah, which is awesome. That would have
Yeah.
cost you. That would have cost you 180 in Toronto.
Yeah, it was second level, but still, I mean, $30, like unreal. And
That's awesome.
yeah, there's been a lot of other tickets that I've bought that were cheaper, but I mean, it's also like being smart with it. Like there's a lot.
He said
Sorry, go ahead.
Popeye went to San Jose Avs game in October. It was about $3 a seat. 300 a seat in San Jose.
No, I think
Popeye
he's
sale?
paying $3.
Oh yeah. San Jose is real cheap to get in right now, and they have got great players coming up. You're gonna watch these kids grow. You know.
Oh,
30. That's great.
Yeah, 30 is great. I was gonna say 3. I wouldn't be surprised if you could get. You know, what, I've seen on. I'm not trying to advertise a ticketing company here, but Game Time. There's been a couple times where I see tickets as low as like $3 or $4, like right before the game starts.
We got a question in the chat from Logan. Do you think Jari's getting traded? No. They waived him, buddy. He's in the minors.
I mean, they would want it. They would want to trade him.
There's no one taking on that $5.25 million.
I think the only way it happens is if the Penguins attach assets, which they're not in the business of doing right now because they're trying to rebuild.
No,
or they take an even worse contract, which I don't know how that's beneficial. I guess the only way it would be beneficial is if it was an overpaid contract in terms of a defenseman that could help them. But
Richard Clay, we got seats along the ice. Some of it all inclusive. We got the same for the Chiefs. But Richard, you're paying a little bit for those. I mean, if you're all along the ice, you're paying a little bit for those. But still, tickets in St. Louis are still going to be cheaper than they would be in Chicago, New York. The big markets, Seattle. The tickets are pricey in Seattle.
Yeah, I think they're super expensive.
They're like the third highest in the league. But Seattle's one of the richest towns. And it's a beautiful city.
All right, Jeremiah, we got to do something on this topic. I think that's a good. I was just going to say to answer this question quickly. Lee says, "Are you guys worried about if Canada has Theodore out a little bit?" But I think Sanheim will be able to fit the bill.
Yeah.
I was going to say, Jeremiah, I want you to think about it. I'll go through it. How many NHL arenas have you been to? So I'm going to go through it, and then you think about it. So I've been to Anaheim.
Okay, I've been there. Honda Center, been there.
Yeah, the tough part for me is like I've been to Arizona, but obviously Arizona's not part of it. So
they're gone now, but I've been there. Didn't go to Mully though. Never made it to the Mullet, but I can still go because Arizona State.
So it's crazy. I've been to so many obscure arenas inside, but not to like a couple major ones. Like I haven't been inside the Bell Center or TD Garden, which is
we got to do the Bell Center and TD Garden. I haven't been to those either. We got to do that. We got.
Yeah, so I got to do those. It's unfortunate I haven't done those yet, but. So let's think. So Detroit I've done, Dallas I've done, Florida I've done.
Which Detroit though? Did you go to the Joe or did you went to the new one, Little Caesars?
Yeah, I didn't get to the Joe. I went to Little Caesars.
Talk about Little Caesars real quick. That's a great one, right?
Yeah, Little Caesars is great. I mean, I think it's one of the most like modernized, like just beasts of arena. I've been there now, I think 3 times. So really cool. That's
close for you in the GTA.
Yeah,
right?
so Detroit and Buffalo I've been to a few times each because Detroit's like 3.5-4 hours and then Buffalo's like 2.5 hours. It's super close. Mm-hmm. So Buffalo I've been a few times. Let's see. I mean, I haven't been to a live NHL game, but that will change. I'm probably going to try to go to a Preds game before the season ends in Nashville.
That's awesome.
So I'll go. I've been in Bridgestone, but I'm going to go to a game before the season ends. Ottawa, I've been. Pittsburgh, I've been. New Jersey, I've been. I haven't been to Flyers yet, but that will be coming soon.
MSG, I've been. Have you been to MSG?
I've been inside for
not a game. You haven't been for a game.
Not hockey, no.
Got to get there for a game.
Yeah,
I went 2 games. One was preseason. One was regular season. Pittsburgh, last game of the year. That was a great game, and I gave crap to every girl wearing Crosby jerseys there because we paid like $250 for tickets in the nosebleeds. Yep. MSG is expensive.
I was gonna say I've been to all 3 California. I don't know if you've been to all 3.
Yeah, I've been just to Anaheim. I have just been to Anaheim. Yeah.
I was at LA when it was Staples.
Crypto.com or whatever.
So I basically followed the lease with my dad for all 3 California
games.
That's
awesome.
So it was right after I graduated high school, or maybe it was like towards the end of high school. And big shout out to my dad. That was awesome. We went to, even though the Leafs lost all 3 games, but
That California road trip used to be a meat grinder. It's nothing to be ashamed of.
I know. So they lost. I remember clear as day. They lost 2-1 against San Jose. San Jose scored a late one. It was 1-1. Then San Jose scored a late one. The LA one, they lost in a shootout. Jonathan Quick was like unbeatable. And then Anaheim, it was like 4-2 or 5-2 with an empty netter. So I went to all three there. And then I'm trying to think if I've gone to any others. Oh, I've been to Vegas, Golden Knights game.
Vegas is a great venue. I love Vegas. T-Mobile. You know what's a really sneakily good arena is Fort Lauderdale. They don't play in Fort Lauderdale. They play in Sunrise, but the Florida Panthers. And then afterwards, they play music. You can have some drinks. There's all these restaurants and a mall. It's actually a great. I want to get to Columbus, Richard Clay. My goal.
Oh, that's the other one I missed. I've been to Columbus.
Yeah, that's awesome. Did you see Leafs there? You usually go when the Leafs are in town.
Yeah, I was not always. Hey, the Golden Knights game was Chicago. It was Blackhawks in town.
Hey, by the way, I don't agree that Toronto's not a great venue. And outside is electric. And there's sports bars to go to. I love going to Toronto. If I had money to burn, I'd be there all the time.
Yeah, I was gonna say though, in comparison though, Jeremiah, I do see what people are saying. Like, there's so much in Toronto, but there are some strips in other cities that have like literally sports bars.
Tampa's awesome, Paul.
Like,
Tampa's awesome.
Columbus was awesome for that, where like Columbus has all those like sports bars right there.
Yeah.
Arizona had like that's because the ASU aspect, but
no. So old Arizona, did you go to when they played at the Mullet, or did you go when they played at jobing.com out in Glendale?
Mullet.
You went to the Mullet Arena, the 5,500 one?
Yeah, I thought you knew that.
No, I did not know. Yeah.
I posted pictures. It was when the Leafs went to Mullet.
Oh, yeah, I did not know. Yeah. Paul Pennington, Tampa, awesome hockey town. One of the best hockey bars, hat tricks, unbelievable. Tampa is a great venue. Awesome arena. I sat in luxury box seats there. Met for playoff game against the Leafs, actually.
That's crazy. I was so jealous.
You could have been there.
Yeah. Kilo says, with the two, thank you so much. Says, how do teams know how to change lines with a few players? I mean, you get tired, you get off. 30, 45 seconds is usually kind of the unspoken. Like, you go for a 45-second shift, get off. But obviously guys get sometimes stuck on the ice for a minute and a half, 2 minutes. But yeah, coach calls for you. But these guys are grown men, so they should know when to get off. But Kilo, thank you so much for the dono. We're back in action for the third period, guys. We'll get back to some play-by-play. Give me a 1 in the chat if you think Sweden's going to score the next goal to cut the lead down back to 1, or 2 in the chat if you think Canada's going to extend the lead. Like I said, we went back to that 5.5 in that second period. We're at 4 total right now. So we'll see if it can get to another.
I think it stays.
Total.
I think 5.5 is still a good number here. I think we might see one more goal here. Let's see.
Okay, stretch pass. Canada trying to pressure. Now Sweden trying to break the puck up. Kempe now to the right side for Carlson. Carlson waiting forward. Here comes Kempe. A shot, scores. Oh my.
Oh, maybe I'm wrong. You're a little bit ahead of me, so I'll give you my feel. Oh man, just beats him 1-on-1. Oh, another one. Do you think maybe that's one you want? That's one you want. But that's with the top line again. Ooh, yeesh. It's okay. We got a lot of hockey left. Again, the difference is that soft power play. I just don't like giving a power play 1 minute in the game. And I know you had to because of the high stick, but this is good. This is what we wanted if you wanted a good game. Obviously, Canada, a little bit. If you're winning the game, John, you're not losing this game. So,
McDavid. Man, I don't know how we even said on that first one that he has to have that one back. That second one's worse.
Oh, I didn't know this. Teams cannot add players now. So he's out. If Theodore can't come back, you don't have that reserve defenseman. Yeah. So that's a little bit rough too. Hopefully he's fine.
Unbelievable, man.
Yeah, that's one you probably want back. Again, this is what we thought Canada's Achilles heel would be. But look, Mackenzie Blackwood's coming. Oh, I didn't jinx you. You're Canada. There's no jinx. You're the best hockey team in the world. And you could make the argument the second best hockey team in the world isn't even here. So there's no rush. You know, you don't have to face Kucherov with the 3 greatest goalies in the world. You know, do you like that better? Do you like that
Yeah,
better?
I'm gonna add this because it's too risky of a spoil later in the game. I don't want.
I didn't see it this time, but I wasn't paying attention to it.
No,
so
I didn't either. But I think it was going up like way in advance. So
it was way ahead the last time, and I didn't interrupt your call, but I was like, oh, I saw it. So and I don't have notifications up for anything. I have all my phone stuff turned off because I don't want to be did you see Bleacher Report? Speaking of which, if you guys don't know, HTH here does Bleacher Report 3 shows a week.
2:30 p.m. Eastern time.
They totally overhauled their app. Did you see?
Yep.
It looks nice. Is it going to be better?
We'll see.
Hopefully they purged a bunch of trolls.
I did one today. It's basically going to be like a portrait now. So it's like a portrait look versus landscape. So it's like basically if you're watching on your phone, it's like
much more Instagram, much more Instagram, much more
Instagram TikTok. And TikTok vibe.
Yeah, much more TikTok. Yeah, TikTok is that's the app, dude. I mean, that's the app that we need to be doing this on TikTok. We need to figure out how to get your TikTok on here so we can do broadcast live on your TikTok. You know.
Trying to pull it up here from earlier. I don't know if it's on here.
TikTok has the algorithm that brings hockey fans together. Yeah, I think Russia will be at the Olympics, Jesse Ferguson. They'll do that Russian conglomerate or whatever of players. But I think it sounds like, if you believe in the news, that maybe there's some peace being negotiated. So that should help that process too, which please, let's have that. No more wars. You know, let's get along and let's get the best hockey players in the world playing against each other. It really sucks that we missed a lot of Crosby and Ovechkin, playing against each other in the world tournaments and stuff too,
Yeah, Ma's saying I'm getting World Juniors flashbacks. Well, yes and no.
No, Ma, we're okay. It's okay, Ma. Calm down. You're good. It's fine.
Well, it's fine until it's not fine.
It's okay. Well, that's the Toronto Maple Leafs fan coming out on you. But this is the best players that your country has to offer. HTH, come on. Who in the history and the lexicon of hockey? All the greats are Canadian. It's okay. It's okay. I know Ovechkin's going to pass the goal scoring record for set by Wayne Gretzky, but there's still going to be considered. No, I'm not setting him up. There's no way Canada is going to lose this game. They're not going to lose this game.
We'll see. All right.
Yeah.
Canada, Sweden, 3-2. I'll get back to some play-by-play, guys. We have under 15 to go in this third period. We have over 400 across platforms. Make sure you guys subscribe on YouTube. Hit that like button. Let's try to get 200 likes if we can. And we'll check in on the live sub count here in next commercial. But shots are 16-13, as I said, Canada. And Canada goes offside. So Canada, man, they were on their heels here. We'll see.
Rachel Torrey, Logan Thompson, Mackenzie Blackwood, and Darcy Kemper. And she retweeted that shot of Phil Kessel going, just sitting around the house tonight with my dog, felt like doing something important, but putting my finger on it. That tweet from 2016.
Yeah.
But anyway.
All right. Back to action. Jeremiah is too confident, I think, guys, but we'll see.
I'm not worried about Canada whatsoever.
They have
McJesus, Crosby. If all these guys are as clutch as they say they are, and you should be watching our stream.
Yep, 100%. All right, McKinnon now trying to break the puck up. At the red line now, that gives that away. Here comes Victor Arvidsson into the offensive zone. He stops up. Avoids the hit from Morrissey. Now Hedman waiting in front. Oh, my goodness.
You know what, John? This all reflects on you guys having 5 defensemen. It's just hard to be down a man. It's worse when it's a defenseman. You know this. You played defense. You know that's the issue here.
Yeah. But update for Team Sweden. Lucas Raymond just left the game. So Sweden's down a forward now.
Yeah, but that's a little bit easier to overcome. But that sucks, too. That's one of their better players. He had a really great A scoring chance.
Oh, bad giveaway here from Makar. Sweden now back the other way. Dahlin to Lindholm, a shot, and that's deflected up. Now into the corner, stays in play. Now puck around the corner. Kept in here by Ekholm. Back down low for Raquel. Stolen here by McDavid. Here comes Canada through the neutral zone. Oh, McDavid flicks it up to himself. McDavid with some speed on the left side. Wrap. Oh, my God. He had the wrap around. He tries to go for the pass to Marner. Marner has not done much in this game, guys. Let's just say
I haven't heard his name. Oh, if he just separates a little bit there, though, I think he actually, in fairness to Marner, he actually kind of cross-checks or, initiates contact. If he just drifts a little bit away and gives himself a little bit of a space, McDavid probably puts that on a tee for him and he buries it.
Yep.
Oh, man. Ixtis says, get Mitchie off McDavid's wing right now. Not happy.
So I'm going to say,
I'm
Jeremiah,
such a Marner fan.
I know you're a Marner fan, but I thought about what you said in terms of there's some layers here. You said, what does this tournament mean? What are the stakes? All this stuff.
Yeah.
I said this on my Bleacher Report stream today. There's a couple stakes. One, how players play at best on best. Because here's the thing. Easton Cowan, I'm using this as an example because he's part of the Toronto Maple Leafs organization.
Yes. Yeah.
Played for Team Canada in the World Juniors. He shows like one of the best players in the OHL when he plays for the London Knights. But all of a sudden, when he goes to best on best talent in the World Juniors, he doesn't show as well. So my argument here is...
Oh, but hold on a second. How old is he, though?
Okay. So that's fine. I'm getting away from the Easton Cowan example. I'm going to Mitch Marner, who's a grown-ass man in the NHL, mid-20s in his prime.
Yep.
When Mitch Marner gets to playoffs, when it's more best on best. Because in the regular season, you're playing a lot of weaker opponents. You get to the playoffs, you're playing the best of the best. You're playing the best teams that got to there. Mitch Marner doesn't show well. What I'm getting at is, if Mitch Marner doesn't show well in this Four Nations tournament, everyone can talk about how Four Nations maybe doesn't mean much, whatever it means, whatever it doesn't mean. But what it does mean, and I talked about this on Bleacher Report today, certain players, in terms of if they're on the trade block, do they gain value or lose value in how they play in this tournament against best talent? For a guy like Mitch Marner, it's a little bit of a reflection on how much you deserve and if you're going to be successful in a best on best situation, which Four Nations is one of them, but a playoff run would be the other one, Jeremiah, 100%. And I think that is a scenario for people to look at with Mitch Marner.
So here's what I'll say. Yes and no, but I feel like hockey, of all the sports now, there is no cupcakes. Everybody's like, oh, Columbus is going to be a cupcake. Oh, really? They're in a playoff spot most of the year. So I feel like you got to show up every night to do well in this sport. And if you don't, you're going to get exposed. So I feel like it's not a fair assessment of a guy like Mitch Marner. We'll see. Maple Leafs fans, you just got to get it done in the playoffs. That's what it comes down to, right? You just need to see him get it done in the playoffs.
But again, the argument for a lot of Leaf fans and myself and talking about it, he's a massive part of that. So if he doesn't perform, the Leafs can't do it in the playoffs without him. Yeah. And if he doesn't do it, then that $11 million and maybe $14 million soon can be allocated to guys that do, right?
Ma has a question. Again, Ma, we talked about this before the stream, but it's 3-on-3 for the opening rounds, and then it goes to a shootout, and I think it's 10 minutes 3-on-3.
It is. And then the final, it would be 5-on-5 continuous, I believe. So anyways, you know what, Richard, I think the Blues have some great mature prospects. Like, I think Snuggerud and Dvorsky looks like he's a man already. So
Easton Cowan is a guy I would like to see play in the college or AHL for a while. And the problem is, if you're an OHL guy, you can't. The reason I like U.S. college over OHL is OHL, they play, 62, 65 games. I almost feel like it's too much for their young bodies. And I would like to see them get a little less hockey played and a little bit more like learning the game and building your body. And I feel like that's the benefit of the U.S. college situation is all. And you can play till you're 25.
You can't deny U.S. development has improved greatly in the last decade, so you can't deny that.
But the great news is now great CHL players can come after they're 19 and come play in the U.S. college for another 5 years and develop their game even more. That's only going to help Canada.
Yep.
That's only going to help Canada big time.
Back to action here. 12-18 left in the third period. Shots 17-14 for Canada. Still a 3-2 hockey game. Get your predictions in the chat, guys. We are exactly at 5 goals, so that live 5.5 and in the second period. We'll see. It's going to get interesting.
I think Popeye Sailor, the reason they do this less 3-on-3 and stuff in these shortened tournaments is injuries are always a big factor. We're still in the middle of the NHL season. So
Elias Pettersson now recovering the puck for Sweden. A bit of a domino effect there by the bench.
Lots of hits being thrown.
Canada now breaking up the puck. Brandon Hagel. Sweden back for the puck. It's Matthias Ekholm now up the left side for Raquel. Oh, Sweden with some speed. It's Mika Zibanejad trying to tie this game up to the slot for Raquel. That deflects into the corner. Now it's Erik Karlsson. Karlsson waiting a shot short side. That's blocked. Now Raquel tied up there by Morrissey. Sorelli trying to help him out. No, Parayko with it, and he'll put it off the boards and back all the way down to Sweden's zone. This is going to be an icing.
Mika Zibanejad is the Mitch Marner of the Swedish. That pass to the center, where was that going? Who was that going to get to? I don't understand that play. You'll have to explain that one to me.
No,
that
there's
makes
no explaining that one. Richard, no, there's no bronze medal. And I mean, maybe there should have been, but I think the bronze medal would be a little bit of pity for a 4-nation tournament. So I think that's why they didn't do it.
Exactly. I agree with that assessment for sure. For sure. Now that Mark Stone goal was huge, right?
Oh, massive. Yep. It's the current go-ahead game-winning goal. Oh, pass across. Bryant in front. Scores! Sweden ties the game. 3-3. Oh, my God.
And they haven't had a power play.
Jeremiah just twisted the knife, guys?
I'm just kidding. Hey, but Raymond was on the ice for that. So he's back. So Raymond was on the ice. And that was an unbelievable tic-tac-toe play by Sweden. There was nothing Canada could. I do not put that on Bennington at all. But
no,
I was wrong. We hit the over.
Parayko, I don't know what he's doing there. I also don't know what Morrissey's doing there, pinching up like that. You have Morrissey out of position.
That's a great pass, though, by Jesper Bratt, who's so underrated. And honestly, Eriksson Ek kind of took his time on that shot. He
made sure he got it up. Minnesota Wild, Eriksson Ek against St. Louis Blues. Jordan Binnington, we got a 3-3 hockey game. This is not good, guys.
I don't blame Sorelli there. I don't think Sorelli did anything wrong. He went up to play his man. He actually came back to cut.
Well,
by the way,
I think you could look at that in so many different ways. So Sorelli is the center. Obviously, Eriksson Ek is the center to match up there. What I will argue, though, is you had two Sweden players down low and Morrissey nowhere to be found.
Well, the defenseman. Yes, the defenseman. I said Sorelli didn't do anything wrong, but you saying the defenseman there missed as well.
Yeah, I mean, I would have to look back on the play development. It's possible that Morrissey took the winger up high, and therefore Sorelli should have got caught down.
By the way, Eriksson Ek, when they talk about underrated hockey players in the NHL, he's on that list. He's unbelievable. He gets no play. Sure. And Minnesota hockey fans, they sell out for the preseason. Yeah, they are. It is the greatest state in the U.S. to watch hockey.
I will say, Wild players are very underrated. But I will say, beyond that, I've said for a while, and I sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't. I do got to make more videos for the Wild in Minnesota because there's such a great market, and I find anytime I've done a Wild video, they actually do well. So I should do more Wild content. I don't see enough Wild fans sometimes in the chat, but maybe more videos, more Wild fans come. But Anthony's saying time for Hill. Here's the thing. I don't think that comment's warranted for that last one. The first two, for sure. I think Binnington wants those first two back, especially that second goal that was rough. But that third
I give him a pass on the first one. It's right by his ear. It's a fluttering puck. That's all of Ovi's shots. That's why no one can stop him because it's like
hey, big shout out to Marine, Wild fan. Yeah, guys, I'll do consistent commentary the rest of the way. Satoru, thank you so much for being here. Big shout out to Marine. All right, the rest of the way, guys, it's a 3-3 hockey game, 10 minutes left or 10-14 left. I'm going to do consistent play-by-play. After the game, we'll talk hockey and stuff like that, but I want to do consistent play-by-play because, and Hectic saying, what is Marner doing? Not sure, but shots are 17-16 for Canada. Nylander, Pettersson.
Is it McDavid on that line too, though? That McDavid's on that line too there.
With Marner?
Yeah.
Yep. McDavid's trying to create, but we haven't seen too much from Marner on that line tonight.
But I'm saying on the defense. Oh, you're saying he's sick. I thought he was a part of the play. I was like, no.
The
goal that was being scored. Yeah.
No, it was Sorelli, Konechny, and Hagel on the ice. Or maybe it wasn't Hagel. I know Sorelli and Konechny were on the ice, but that's the line.
Right.
That's the fourth line at least. Anyways, back to play-by-play. Sweden recovering the puck. Nylander with it. On the left side, still with it. Nice move. William Nylander coming in with the shot. Good blocker save by Binnington. He read that well. Nylander was trying to fake as if he was going to pass it across, but you know Willie's going to try to short up high, short side. Here come the fourth line for Canada. Sorelli back to the blue line for McCarr. In front, shot, saved by Philip Gustafsson. Wow. Devon Taves far side, and Gustafsson makes the stop. Wow.
How quiet is in the building there? Does it sound quiet?
It is quiet.
Yeah, that was a huge goal.
Jeremiah, you might have jinxed it, man.
I didn't jinx it.
You know what, though? Guys, my prediction tonight is looking all right. I said 4-3 Canada final.
Yes, you did. I'm just saying, I didn't jinx it. What some random fat bearded guy in Alaska has to say has nothing to do with the game being played.
Well, you never know.
No.
The comments through the airs, they go wide, and then they get back to the guys on the ice. You never know.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
But we got 450, Jeremiah, across platforms. We have 120
awesome.
on YouTube.
Awesome.
Thank you again, guys. Please hit that subscribe button. We need 5 more likes to 150. We're trying to, our goal for this stream was 200 likes. I know there's more people in here that have not dropped a like. So please join the YouTube live stream and just leave us a like.
140. We're at 140. We appreciate you guys. This is an independent channel. We're not backed by some trust fund like Heat Daddy. You know, like you can come here and know that this is just all our hard-working money that's gone into this channel. And I'm so proud to be a part of it. John has been a very good friend to me, but the game of hockey brought us together, and I love being a part of this. This is a good game. This is what I wanted to have happen. I still think Canada wins this. You come out. I said if it goes overtime, John, it's money Canada. You know, McDavid, who's better than him on 3-on-3?
No, you're right. I was going to say just quickly while we're on commercial break, non-hockey news, but for the baseball fans out there, Alex Bregman's going to the Red Sox. I don't know if you're a baseball guy anymore, Jeremiah. I feel like
yeah. Oh, I'm a
Dodgers fan. You're a Dodgers fan.
Los Doyers. Everybody hates us now. I guess. Whatever. They just, but dude, I love the Blue Jays, man. I love the Max Scherzer signing. That's a great one.
Jeremiah, what do you think about this comment?
What comment? He's not going to ban me. Ice X is from Sweden. He loves it.
Popeye says I like and subscribe. Thank you so much, Popeye. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Popeye Sailor. You're awesome. We loved your comments. Let's block out the bad. I'm going to be Kevin Nealon from, block out the bad, bring in the good. Block out the bad, bring in the good. And I tell this to HTH all the time. Your life is not better if your team wins. Your life is better if you make your life better. It's just an added benefit when you see your team win. Trust me. It is. Canada, you've won everything.
Guys, if the Leafs win the cup, though, you know my life would be better, though.
Who's going to be partying with you when the Leaf wins a cup? I'll be right there with you, man.
Bro,
wearing my Doug Gilmour jersey.
But think about this. Think about all the people just around, just partying it up, the vibes. Think about the channel growth beyond the fandom. Think about the channel growth of the Leafs went on a run.
Yes, we need it.
McDavid to the left side for Devon Taves. Under 9 to go in this third period. Mitch Marner. Oh my God, he fans on it. Marner across in front. Scott! No! Oh my God! What a save by Philip Gustafsson!
Did you call a fake score?
Oh my God! He robbed him.
Oh,
he robbed him.
Wasn't Marner? It was Devon Taves there.
No, I know. It was Marner down low, McDavid across for Devon Taves, and he got robbed.
What a pass, though. That was an unbelievable save. Oh, my God. What a save.
That's highway robbery, man.
Yes, that was a great save. IceX is saying Gus Bus in the chat. Yes, Gus Bus. Bacon is saying, Bacon, I love you, Bacon. Bacon is saying drug test Gus right now. No, Bacon, come on. You got American goalie there, Dustin Wolf, doing a really good job.
Wow, that's that wasn't the fandom coming in for me there. Oh my goodness, man. I was so
You
hyped.
called
I
that goal before it scored because it looked
Devon
like
Taves just got robbed, bro. That's a
Yeah, that was
crazy
tough.
save. That's the save of the game by far. Oh my goodness, Devon Taves, you got to roof that man, but what a save. Like what a bro, the fact that he pushes off the post to get back across too.
Yeah, it was an unbelievable save. Taves gets good wood on this too, and what a great save. And honestly, if he's a little bit low with this shot, he probably beats him in what do they call that? The sixth hole or what's under the blocker there? Like, yeah, I mean, unbelievable save.
Crazy.
Still a lot of time, so much time left. It's like an eternity of time. 8 minutes. I still think 4-3 overtime. You think? 4-3 overtime.
All right, back to some play-by-play. We got 7 minutes left in the third period. I'll try to update the time here as we get to the end here so you guys understand how much time's left. Braden Point in front. Marchand gets stick checked. McCarr, that's deflected wide. And Marchand puts it off the side of the net.
What a great move by Point, though. Just powering it, getting it, puts it on a tee in the slot.
Yeah, Marchand
creates that whole play.
Oh my goodness. Canada's getting a high sticking call. See, guys, they call the high sticks, and it's going to be Sweden going to a power play with 7 minutes left. Oh my.
Also, Eriksson grabbed his face like he was shot, but I didn't see the play. Oh, he actually got dinged up, though, a little bit here.
Guys, this is disaster territory. This is where it all goes wrong. This is all going wrong. Morrissey has sold the bag completely.
Marchand almost scored. Oh,
I want Jets fans to take some major ownership on here.
Yeah,
Morrissey,
yeah.
Morrissey sold the bag on that tying goal and now takes a costly penalty with 7 minutes left in the third.
He hit him clean in the face with his stick there, for sure.
Well, I'll say this. This is where Canada, them bringing in a guy like Anthony Cirelli, was it worth it or not?
Yep, he's starting out there. I like this from Cooper.
Sweden on the power play. It's Raymond, Eriksson, Zibanejad, Nylander, and Hedman. Raymond down low into the slot. That's deflected. So Eriksson out there, goal scorer, tied the game. Zibanejad now around back up top for Raymond, who left the game briefly in the third period, but back on the ice. Raymond now across for Hedman. Now to the right side for Nylander. Nylander up top for Raymond. Hedman, a one-timer. Huge block by Cirelli, and it goes out of play. That is why you have Anthony Cirelli
there you
on
go.
The fourth line and penalty kill.
I like it. I like seeing Cirelli come up huge with a nice big block. Man, he was way out in front on the block there.
Sacrificing the body. Big time from Tony Cirelli.
This is a huge part of the game here. Yeah, what a great play. Gets way out on that shot. Way in the high slot to take away just any angle. If he gets that by, though, ooh.
Yep. Sweden out. Wins the face-off. Cirelli trying to get the puck out. He can't. Hedman keeps it in. Back behind the net for Eriksson. 1:20 left on the power play. 6:24 left in the third period. Puck around the boards. Raymond again. Looking back behind the net. Good pressure here by Hagel. Remember we talked about that Hagel-Cirelli penalty kill duo. And another clear from Canada. Hagel gets it down the ice.
A
105
really good
on the power play.
Just like to give Zibanejad some credit, though, been very good on the faceoffs there for that. I mean, giving your team a chance to control a little bit in the O-zone there.
Erik Karlsson came in with a shot, glove save, and here comes Canada shorthanded. It's Mitch Marner and Brad Marchand, best friends. Now McCarr coming into the shot. I believe Gustafsson may have got a piece of it.
Did you say best friends, Mitch Marner? Brad Marchand.
Erik Karlsson
I love
on the left side. Forsberg loses possession of that, and Canada will clear it. 30 seconds left now on the Sweden power play.
Do best friends tell themselves that they're going to effing kill you?
Hey, that only happens in April, but that's hey, I don't think Marner's saying that. It's more
that was all Marchand. I'll never say Marner didn't say anything.
13 left on the power play for Sweden. Working their way around. Oh, great stick by Seth Jarvis. And that was a Jeremiah call in terms of Seth Jarvis on the penalty kill. And
Love
that's
that
it
guy.
for the Sweden power play. Canada kills it off. Huge kill.
There you go. Love it. Love it. They'll only have to do that 1 or 2 times a game. So, and that should be true to the tournament, I feel.
Yep, across the board it should be. Sam Reinhart now going after his own dump in. 4:43 left in the third period.
If Lindholm hangs on to the puck there a little bit, he might have somebody streaking to the short side wide open there.
Forsling now to the right side. That shot from Lindholm was deflected out of play. 4:35 left in the third period.
Before that play, when Sweden was in their end, just Lindholm had like the hot, just could have easily like sauced over a 4-foot pass. So, but I will say, don't you think Canada probably had the best scoring chance on that power play?
Oh, the Makar chance, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was definitely close. Yeah, guys, we are on a commercial break right now. Yeah, you know what? I mean, it was a good kill by Canada, but definitely, I mean, the Makar chance, like that was interesting because, yeah, as I called, Marchand and Martin are best friends going up the ice, and then it was great to see. I mean, here's the thing: not too many defensemen are able to get into the play like that, shorthanded and able to get back. But Cale Makar is one of a few. Jeremiah, not many guys out there that can do that, like Cale Makar.
Yeah, he's special, man. He's so fun to watch. And when you understand the game more as you watch it and learn, this guy brings it. We're so blessed to see these unbelievable defensemen like Quinn Hughes and Cale Makar and, McAvoy and
Zach Werenski, the year he's having.
Zach Werenski's having a great year. I mean, 3 of those guys are American too. It's like, it's unbelievable the level of talent that we have in the NHL now.
They've been showing highlights lately, a lot of Werenski, and he's so fascinating to me because I've always been a huge fan of Werenski. Injuries have kind of
they've set him back.
They've set him back a little bit, but I was going to say that you watch him sometimes in terms of his zone entries and just how he carries the puck end to end. It's very much body motion for him. It's like he's a good frame, like 6'2" or whatever, but he a lot of what he does, like in terms of the puck, it's just protecting the puck and just his edge work and things like that. So,
and he's also so quick with the puck.
Yeah. Big shout out to Paul. He says Sorelli and Hagel are beast shorthanded. Yeah, we knew that going into the tournament, but Paul, yeah, big shout for you because they are showing it there on that penalty kill.
Yeah, so. I like that too because John Cooper, having met the man and talked to him, unbelievable person, great coach. I'm such a fan of his. And after he gets let go at some point, because he's the longest tenured coach in the NHL, someone's going to scoop him up right away again, and he's going to win another Stanley Cup as a coach. That's how good he is.
Yeah. No, he's one of those guys that, I mean, when you want to look at like Tampa Bay or Golden State or some of these sports teams that have had the same coach for like 15, 20 years.
So
or not 15, 20 years, 10, I meant 10, 15 years, but yeah.
I am rooting for the USA, but I don't care. I want to see great hockey. This is good hockey. 3-3 is good hockey.
For sure. And hey, if we get overtime, that's going to be chaotic. Chat's going to be buzzing. We got, guys, Jeremiah, we have almost 500 across platforms. That's awesome.
Sweet.
Make sure you guys share the X stream, the YouTube stream. It's great to have a lot of viewers in here. Probably our best stream so far in terms of
144 likes.
Hey, there you go. Let's try to get 150 and 200 likes. Yeah, we definitely have had quite a few hundred on YouTube, but that Saravalli one, I think there was almost 1,000 on X at one point.
Yeah. We got close to 2,000. It was awesome.
Across all platforms. Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah. I mean, it's all platforms now. I mean, I know YouTube, but we have to be looking at all platforms for sure.
Sweden on Twitch. Sweden official says, feels strong, man.
I love it, Sweden official. We got Sweden official on Twitch. Twitch is huge in Sweden, man.
Let's go. McDavid, McKinnon, Makar, OT. Yeah, that'd be crazy. Yeah, I think Jeremiah's doing some voodoo, low-key, some jinx stuff over there, but
I'm not
who
doing
knows what's happening in Alaska. All right, we're getting back to action here. 4:15 left in the third period. Shots are now, Jeremiah, 20-19 for Sweden. It's the first time Sweden's leading in shots.
That's insane. Did we think we would be seeing that after the first period? Seriously.
No, Austin Omino, Mitch Marner has been a little ghost, but there's been a couple of moments for him. And right now he's on the ice with Sidney Crosby and Nathan McKinnon. All right,
Ooh, they
Parayko
moved
now.
Marner up.
No, it was just between a line change.
Okay.
He'll be changing off to swap for Stone any second. And yeah, there you go. Stone jumps onto the ice for Marner.
He did just get checked to the ice, really
Yeah.
simplistically.
3:49 left in the third period. We're getting down to it. Here's the thing: if you're Canada,
you wanted
the regulation win. Yes, when I was just about to get at, you wanted the regulation win, but now
overtime
a regulation loss would cripple you for the rest of this tournament, I think. So you might want to get to overtime at this point. I don't know. I haven't decided.
You play to win the game, though, right? You got to go out and win this game.
No, for sure.
I'm not. There's no voodoo. I don't even believe in that stuff, guys. It's BS.
All right.
Yes.
Here comes Canada through the neutral zone. It's Parayko. He'll dump it in. McKinnon trying to go after it. He's pressuring Dahlin. Dahlin now behind the net. He'll swing it up the right side. Oh, my God. Raymond lost track of the puck. That could have been costly, but luckily he recovers, and it comes out to the neutral zone. 3:15 left in the third period. Canada completing a change. It's Drew Doughty now on the right side. Sweden as well. They'll get their change done. Now around the boards. Flipped up high and now recovered by Devon Taves back in his own zone. 3 minutes left in the third period. Time is winding down. Both teams playing it safe here. Philip Gustafson behind the net. Carlson now will play it forward. That's kept in. Bad giveaway by Carlson, but Devon Taves plays it too far ahead. Kept in here by Braden Point. Point down low. That's off Sorelli, and Point will now have to reset. Yo, what are you doing, man? I don't know what Point's doing there.
Yeah, honestly, really, I don't even put that giveaway on Carlson, though. He plays that puck up the boards. His forward has to win the battle there and get the puck.
Here's McDavid now down low for Reinhart. Reinhart waiting off the boards. A point shot that goes out the far corner. Now Makar will swing it back around for Reinhart at the opposite boards. Reinhart down low for McDavid. Marner in front of the net. McDavid back around behind the net. Marner gets there. Now a reverse pass for Reinhart. Reinhart into the corner. He's getting it out of his skates for Mitch Marner. Marner waiting back for Reinhart short side, and Gustafson freezes up. Good shift from this line. Marner finally part of the cycle. 2:02 left in the third period. Marner and Petey got to throw it.
I got to ask you real quick while we got a break here. If you're Ottawa, do you regret getting rid of Gustafson? I mean, the guy is a beast.
I thought that trade was brutal from day one, and it actually let me rephrase. I thought it was bad from day one, but it actually got worse.
By the way, I love that play from Marner. That was a great play by Reinhart to kick the puck out and then skate around, and then Marner gets it back to him and gets a really great scoring chance.
For sure. Short side. 1:50 left in the third period. Shots even 20. Let's see. Canada putting on the pressure.
Yeah, I think you're going to see, like Jock Corbin says, we'll see that Crosby McKinnon line here, the final, 120.
That's what we got out on the ice right now. We got Crosby, McKinnon, and Mark Stone. McKinnon will dump the puck in around the boards. Lucas Raymond back to recover, and both teams going for a change here. We'll see what line John Cooper puts out in the last minute. It's going to be the McDavid line right back out there.
He comes right back with McDavid.
Pettersson now, bouncing puck. Oh my, Philip Forsberg almost got there. Here's William Nylander, Montreal's favorite. Back out to the wing and a shot. Oh my, Pettersson almost had the rebound. 1 minute to go in the third period. Dahlin now to the right side. Hedman waiting. They've got Hedman and Dahlin out there together. Dahlin a shot. Big save by Binnington. Through traffic. Binner makes a big save. 48 left in the third period. This could be the last stretch here for Canada in regulation. Makar will get to the line. He'll dump it in. Looking around for Braden Point. Point joined on the ice there. Sorelli and Hagel. He's got the Lightning guys out there here in the last 30 seconds. A little bit of bias from John Cooper.
Kind of rotating the lines though, right? Because he came back with the McDavid line short time there.
Point now. Oh, he's got Parayko with some space. Now McKinnon on the ice. 17 seconds left. In front. Bad giveaway from McKinnon. But back out to center. Devon Taves will play it for Parayko. 10 seconds left. Now on the right side. Deflected. Bouncing puck. Here comes Nate McKinnon. McKinnon waiting. And great defensive play by Matthias Ekholm to break it up. That is a veteran right there, shutting down McKinnon. And folks, we are going to overtime. Can we get some OT hype in the chat? Wow.
That's the kind of play I envision you making in your prime, behind the net, just taking the puck right off the guy's stick. What a great play by Matthias Ekholm right there. Pretty good.
You could tell McKinnon was getting that motor going and wanting to create something with a few seconds left. But hey, Ernest, how's it going? Guys, let's get some OT hype. Everyone spam in the chat. We got 500 across platforms. OT hype. Let's go. See, this is one of those moments where I should have like a beer delivered to my room or something.
It's Drizzly, buddy. It's you could probably do Drizzly. You want me to send something to you?
within the next 5 minutes.
Oh yeah. I don't think I can do that. Well, maybe if there's a well, we're gonna get a full 20-minute break here, right? I think we're gonna get a full 20-minute break. They're not gonna come right back, are they?
Man, if it's 20, that'd be crazy. It should not be 20. But hey, if it is, that's crazy. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
You think they come right back to the
No,
OT?
not right back. I was thinking like 10 minutes.
They're gonna Zamboni the ice.
Yep. No, I think so. But OT hype in the chat. Let's go bad. It says OT winner Canada. All right, guys. We know how we do it on Hot Take Hockey. I don't care if there's 20 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. It looks like they may be coming back, Jeremiah, pretty soon.
Oh,
anyways.
Okay.
Yeah, it is starting
I'm an
overtime.
idiot.
There you go.
Don't listen to
All
me.
right. Overtime hype. Give me a 1 in the chat, guys. If you think Canada's going to win, we're flipping it. We got to flip the juju, the voodoo from Jeremiah here. 1 in the chat for Canada to win. 2 in the chat for Sweden. Get your goal score predictions. I'm going back to my prediction before the game. I think if it's Sweden, I think it's Nylander. I could see it. That would crush. That would crush everyone.
I hope 1,000,000% it's Nylander.
Canada.
I'm going back to Nathan McKinnon.
I'm going
or Sidney Crosby.
Sid the Kid.
The Kid.
Yeah. I know it's cliche, but I'm going Sid the Kid or Nylander.
I'm not going. I said McKinnon. I'm going to take that away. You know who's going to score it? Drew Doughty.
Woo! That's hot. I like it. That's hot.
I'm going defenseman.
They're starting with McDavid, Makar, and Marner out in overtime.
Jaw Corbin said Sid assist. I like that, Jaw. I'm good with that. 493, 351 on X, 140 on and 2 in X. I love it.
Hit that subscribe button, guys. Let's go.
I love it. Well, it's so crazy the numbers we get on X. You know, you can chime in on X.
Yep.
Daryl Sutter's like, Dowdy. I just want to go off the board, Daryl. Go
right,
bail
overtime is underway.
Okay,
Got some play-by-play going. Shots are 22-20 for Sweden. It's plus 120 for Sweden, minus 154 for Canada. Eriksson Ek with the reset here. It's Bratt, Eriksson Ek, and Forsling on for Sweden. Marner, Makar, and McDavid for Canada. Here's Bratt. Bratt shifting his way through the neutral zone. Weaving now to the offensive zone at the top of the right circle. Bratt waiting out of the right side. Eriksson Ek at the blue line. He'll retreat. Now Lucas Raymond on for Sweden. Canada will try to get a change going. Marner keeping the pressure. McKinnon jumps on the ice. They've got 3 forwards on for the time being. Marner now gets off the ice. You would have to imagine Sid's about to jump on, and he does for Marner. Not Marner. No, it was Marner. Makar's still on the ice with McKinnon and Crosby. Hedman now at the blue line. It was TNT that had it wrong, not HDH. Now a reverse pass. Nylander at the top of the left circle. Nylander. Nylander still with it. Crosby gives him a bit of a slash. Now down low. Binnington pokes it away. Now to the high slot. McKinnon was there to break it up. And here we go. Canada with possession. Nathan McKinnon. Here we go. McKinnon cutting in. McKinnon! Stop by Gustafsson. Oh! Crosby was going off for a change. Shockingly. I don't know why he was going off.
Well, he was long. He was late on that shift.
That's the surprising part. McKinnon was on longer.
And that wasn't even that. Like, nothing against that McKinnon shot, but like that was an easy save for Gustafsson. Like, he was the only guy in the ozone. All 3 Swedish players are back. I love it. McKinnon just trying to dominate.
Well, let's be honest. Nate McKinnon can create magic, Jeremiah.
I'm not saying that shot wasn't anything difficult for him to stop there.
No, I think he tracked it well. And here's the thing. You said it right. He was by himself, so Gustafsson was expecting shot all the way.
If he gets a really hard shot off the pads and there's other Canadian players there, you're going to love it. But
yeah.
man, Zibanejad winning the face-off again, huh?
Yep. 8:18 left in overtime. Team Sweden in their own zone with the reset. Braden Point, Mark Stone, and Morrissey out for Canada. Raquel, Zibanejad, and Forsling for Sweden. Morrissey out there makes me a bit nervous. Across! Binnington, what a save! Jordan Binnington, a game saver. Are you kidding me? Wow, he comes across. And
Yeah,
gets the
low
blocker on
low
Zibanejad.
shot, though. If he gets that up, it's in the net.
Yeah.
Yeah, if he gets that up, that's a really not a quality shot there.
Oh, yeah, it was low. You're right.
Yeah, he just
It
put it
almost
along
went
the
5-0
ice.
though. But you know what? Again, what is up with Morrissey? I've been giving so much
That was
praise to
Stone,
Morrissey.
though. That was Stone.
Well, Stone got walked.
Yeah.
walked, but it's 3-on-3 overtime, Jeremiah. It's man on man.
Yeah,
Zibanejad is Morrissey's guy, so that's the disappointing part for me because it's man on man. You shouldn't be trying to play like reserve there. You're man on man, tight coverage. You know what? I just call it how I see it. I think Morrissey's played great for Winnipeg this year, but hasn't had a great game for Canada in my eyes. Oh, pass forward from McCarr to McDavid. McDavid waiting. He'll drop back. He's joined by McKinnon. McDavid for McKinnon. McKinnon! Stopped by Gustafsson again. Gustafsson has McKinnon's number.
Phil Viner, I don't think Uyghur's on the team. He's not on the team.
He's saying Uyghur should be here, he's saying.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I was like, I don't think Uyghur made the team.
No, he's saying Uyghur should be here in his opinion. But yeah, you know what? That one was a bit tougher because that was almost just over the pad under the glove there in that tight spot.
Yeah. But that's just speed on speed there. You put McKinnon and McDavid.
But McKinnon, McDavid, McCarr, how is that even fair?
That's not fair. If you don't win.
Sweden's got some stacked combinations here. Forsberg, Nylander, Hedman is pretty good as well.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying. Nice win by McDavid, but the Swedish player,
7:30 left in overtime. Here comes Nate Mack. McKinnon with some speed on Hedman. McKinnon! Another big save by Philip Gustafsson. Oh, my. And now a stretch pass. That's broken up. Nice play by Hagel. Now McCarr coming in. Oh, my. Deflected wide. Hagel off the boards.
What a terrible turnover by Forsberg. Like, why are you forcing it there?
Yeah, his puck management sometimes is not the best. Oh, puck forward here for Hagel. Hagel! Oh, my. Shoulder save from Gustafsson. Canada's peppering right now. Now Hagel. Sauce for Taves across the rally. Almost broken up. Now back into the neutral zone. 6:40 left in overtime. Here's Hagel waiting. A drop pass for Taves.
Oh.
Taves now. Joined by Mitch Marner. Marner through the blue line. Marner waiting. He'll turn back around. Mitch Marner with the puck. Top of the right circle. Marner still with it. He'll drop it finally for Morrissey. Back on the reverse for Marner. Marner with a shot. Stopped by Gustafsson. He was looking 5-0. Another chance and stopped by Gustafsson. A secondary chance from Braden Point. We got 600 across all platforms.
Nice. What the absolute hell was Devon Taves doing there? He had, oh my God.
Hagel almost scored there. And then Marner, you know what? He actually tried to go for something else, but Hedman had a good stick.
I give Marner, I did not hate what Marner did there.
No.
I liked what he did. He threw it on net, and yes, but if Marner drives to the net, he might beat Hedman to that near post, and he could have had maybe buried a goal.
Yeah, the Hedman's reach is always tough.
I know, but
it's the stacked Canada combo again. You got McKinnon, McDavid, and you got McCarr at the back end. Here's McKinnon. Oh my, a great defensive play from actually Zibanejad of all people. And now here comes Matthias Ekholm. Chased by McDavid. Ekholm waiting. Wrap around. Oh my God, he had the open wraparound. And now it's a loose puck. It's a 2-on-0 or 2-on-1. Sorry, 3-on-1 for Canada. McKinnon, McDavid, McKinnon, stopped by Gustafsson. Oh my God.
Oh man, if Ekholm just stuffs it short side there, I don't know what.
That's what I was going to say. Ekholm had the chance to do a wraparound there. And I think he's going to watch that back and have nightmares if Sweden doesn't win this game. Kempe coming in, deflected into the corner because Ekholm had the wide open
POP for Canada. You have a 3-on-1 pass off pads there. What are you doing?
Pedersen, a one-timer. He fans on it. Yeah, I'm shocked McKinnon.
I thought it was over when you were like, 3-on-1. I was like, it's over.
Another shot. Makar's stick broke. It's 3 on in this zone for Sweden. In front, a big save for Binnington. Oh, Hagel's going to bury this puck somewhere. Oh, Pedersen went hard on the forecheck. Makar, get off the ice, man. What are you doing?
You almost just wish the guy, oh my gosh.
Hagel coming into the zone.
If you have a broken stick, just go. Regardless, 3-on-3, they're not going to miss you. Just get out there.
All right. Back into the neutral zone. It's Sid. Crosby to Morrissey. Morrissey tracked there by Forsling. Great defensive play from Forsling, man. He's so good. So good. Yeah. Crosby in front. Sid gives it away. It's a 2-on-1 for Sweden. Crosby on the backtrack. Marner. And, Nylander in front. Marner trying to defend Nylander, and he can't get the shot off. How crazy would that have been if Nylander scored with Marner trying to track him?
I can't believe he didn't
Marner
get a good
coming
shot.
In a shot. Scores! Mitch Marner! Canada wins in overtime! Mitchie Marner! Oh, Mitchie Marner! Are you kidding me? Wait, did I say Mitch Marner's?
That's how you do it. 4-3, Canada overtime. That's how you do it.
Mitch Marner!
Hey,
Mitchie Marner!
I don't think it's a coincidence that we had this up there.
Imagine Mitchie Marner does that in a game 7 against Boston.
We had the Marner jersey posted the whole night. What a game. Yeah, that turned into a great game. Very good game. First period, I was really disappointed, but wow, Marner, what a game. And Sweden had their chances. You had their chances to bury it, so
Marner
everybody goes home happy.
Marner in Montreal.
Yeah, I love it. What a good goal. Crosby almost offsides if he doesn't hustle there. And nice goal. Good job, Mitch Marner. You got to give a lot of credit to Gustafsson. Wow. I feel like he saved probably 2 or 3 10-bell saves in that. What a shot, though, by Marner. That's good. He needed it. If anybody on Team Canada, it actually deflected off the defenseman's leg.
Did it? I don't know. It looks like he actually just caught the toe.
No, it hits off the inside of the defenseman's leg there, or like on the backside of his leg there. Yeah, but good for Marner. He needed it.
Crazy.
So 2 points for Canada.
Mitchie Marner. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button on the Hot Take Hockey YouTube channel. Hot Take Hockey live on the big days throughout the NHL year, trade deadline, free agency, big games like this.
I agree, random guy on the internet. It should give Marner a huge boost in confidence.
Hopefully.
Yeah, good. That's good. Yeah. I feel bad for Gustafsson. I almost thought that we were going to see a shootout here. That's how close it was getting. But there you go.
That was nuts. All right, we'll see who the MVPs and all
that.
Well,
give a lot of credit to Sweden, who came back and did something in this game, tied it up.
Yeah, I was gonna say Ma gave me some credit. I said 4-3 Canada final before the game started.
You did say that. OT though.
What did I say? I think I had said 5-3 if it's regulation with the empty netter, or 4-3. Did I say? Maybe I didn't say overtime, but I honestly just thought I thought Benner was going to allow maybe 1 week goal, maybe 2. But here's the thing. I think Philip Gustafsson was. I literally said he'd try to goalie this game, and he almost did.
Well, and Sweden actually came back and had shots on goal against you. I feel like without that first period burst, maybe the power play goal being scored in the first minute, if you don't take that high stick Nylander, maybe you're looking at, different game, but very good game. 4-3 overtime. I feel like it's a hockey dream, that game, right? That if you pick a game, you're like, you want to see both teams kind of go back and forth. And I don't think there was any horrible errors. I just feel like it was a pretty good game,
I was
Sure
gonna say,
you
I don't know if no one told me, but I realized I had third period there on this thing still. So whatever, not a big
who
deal.
cares? We knew what it was. We knew it was overtime. It came so quick. So I don't know who this is. Who's coming out? I don't want to turn up my volume because it'll take over the broadcast. Are they giving a player of the game?
I guess Crosby had 3 assists tonight.
Yep. That's what I'm seeing in the chat. Big shock.
I knew he had 2.
Well, I think he had one there. As he was getting off the ice, he kind of left it there for Marner.
That's pretty electric. There's a lot of red.
Well, it's in Montreal.
No, I know.
It should be all red. I was surprised there were Swedish fans in the stadium. What are we doing here? It's a home game. Pete B, and a gift basket with cookies and a coffee gift cards. That's what he said.
I was going to say.
Pete B in the chat. I love it.
Hey, Pete B, appreciate you. Yeah, you know what? If I had an opportunity to go to tonight's game or one of the Canada games, I would have gone. I had the opportunity to maybe go to one of the U.S.
I was going to go to the
games.
Boston game, the final, with Mike, the degenerate Bostonian. But he goes, my dad won't want to go. And I said, make sure you ask your dad. And his dad did want to go. So
there you go.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, take your dad, man. My dad died when I was 18. If he loved hockey, I'd want to do something with him. Like that road trip you talked about with your dad. Do something with him. Your dad's what you got him.
100% life short.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, thank you guys. Jeremiah, I don't know if you wanted to say anything kind of on the way out here, but thank you to everyone that's in here. Please, again, if you guys are watching, whether you're on X, make sure you guys join because we'll be live on trade deadline day on YouTube.
X, Twitch, all this. We'll do it all on these channels. I'll be there with you.
What's the count for YouTube? I didn't even check. But anyways, we got 500 across platforms. Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Please hit that on YouTube.
Yeah. Right now we're
over 100 still on YouTube. So thank you guys so much.
99.
And we passed 150 likes. So please hit a like button on your way out. And if you have any other questions, guys, on your way out, I'm exhausted. I can't believe I'm still even functioning. So I
didn't even think you were calling this game. I thought I was going to have to do it.
No,
I thought you were working. So, it was great. It was good, man. It was very good. Sorry if I stepped on your toes a couple of times there. It's always tough when we're off a little bit as far as, timing, but I thought we did a really good job as far as, adjusting with that. It was a great game and Canada, ultimately gets the W, but you feel like both teams were deserving of an overtime at very least. It was good. I enjoyed it.
No, Sweden definitely made up for that first period. Amazing. Yeah, great. I mean, Sid, I knew he had 2 assists. I didn't realize he had the third. So, big play from him in overtime. And also, I mean, that was unreal assist to McKinnon on that first goal. So, but yeah, guys, thank you so much for joining. Again, make sure you guys follow along. Like I said, I'll be posting announcements. I'll be posting more videos. The last couple of videos have done really well for viewership as well. So I appreciate the support from you guys on that.
I've been seeing like 5,000 almost a video almost every time. Pretty awesome. Your little 4-minute, 5-minute these trade videos. People are into it, man. We need more trades in hockey. The salary cap going up is only going to make it more and more interesting for everybody. Sorry.
Oh no, you're right. 100%. Like I think you see it in the NBA. There's always I see NBA content creators posting 3 or 4 trade scenario videos per day, let alone per week. So that's because so much happens in the NBA. But I think there's gonna be more coming in the NHL, especially.
It's hurting them.
Yeah, coming out of 4 nations, but there's obviously a balance. Too many trades and big players getting.
It's hurting them. Their ratings are down 25%. And I know hockey's ratings are down, but that has everything to do with the economy. And they don't count Canada when they count U.S. ratings, which is ridiculous. It's 3/4 of Canada watches all the hockey.
Yeah. Big numbers. Ian says, "What a hockey game! Canada gets it done. Mitchie Marner scores an overtime."
I'm so happy for Marner, aren't you? That was such an awesome way to end that game. I was kind of secretly hoping Marner would score, just because of all the Marner stuff. Nylander and Marner both would have been epic. You know it. Would you have? How would you have liked Nylander scoring against your home country? Let's say if the shoes were reversed.
Yeah, I mean,
Would that be like Frankie Lander tomorrow?
it would have been a different vibe. No, it would have been that, but
Yeah, for sure. No, it was a great game. Great call. Great game, great call.
Let's see. Yeah, I was gonna maybe post my goal call on X, but I'm realizing, I mean, I can edit it out. The third period thing on the thing was.
You can also go back in StreamYard and take snippets too.
Oh,
So,
you can.
Yes, you can. Mm-hmm. Yep, you can take.
Well, you basically just clip it right on StreamYard.
Yep, you could clip it in StreamYard. Yep, absolutely.
And then you download it and then post it on X.
Yep, you can do whatever. Mm-hmm. If you want me to do that too, I can try to do that for you. Since you're kind of on the road.
Oh, I appreciate that. Yeah, I was just trying to think it would be easier if I was at my PC versus this laptop, but
right. Well, that's what I have is a laptop. I just have, I haven't used a PC. And I mean, I have my gaming PC, but I use that to stream sometimes too. But for the most part, I just use my MacBook Pro, and then I have, I have like the iPad here, and I have 2 big screens here so I can have other content. So like I had our YouTube stream over here so I could just see the numbers and stuff and talk about. Let's get one more like to get to 150. Come on, we got to get to 150, man. 150 with that call. Drop a like, please. We're at 155. Woohoo! Love it. And then
Randy, I'll be streaming a lot more. I kind of said as the hockey season moves into trade deadline playoffs, this is always when I ramp up the live stream. So Jeremiah and the guys are going to be doing NHL Nightly throughout the week nights, Monday through Friday, 10 p.m. Eastern time. And then I'll be jumping on either to join them or I'll be doing maybe some earlier live streams. Because I think it works great because then they kind of reach the market for the Pacific and Western viewers. And then I could do the one-off live stream sometimes earlier or join them. And then, of course, I'll also be doing like the trade deadline stream and things like that. So I haven't really figured out the structure yet. We'll figure it out. But
10's a little early for the East Coast. I feel like our numbers were almost tripling when we were at 10:30, but it's like consistently. Well, so you got to understand 10 p.m. Eastern is only 7 o'clock West Coast. So some people are still watching games.
Yeah, but I find even 10 p.m. Eastern time, a lot of Eastern viewers that have reached out to me and said, "Oh, I wish you didn't go live so late." So they're saying that about 10. So even 10:30 would be.
Yeah, so it's tough if you live on the East Coast. Everything ends late. You basically have to be a 9 to 5 person on the East Coast. But dude, I mean, I'm up at 5 a.m. Alaska time, which is 9 a.m. East Coast time. So it is one of those things where I start my day kind of that way too. And yeah, so it's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, J-Dub, I wasn't necessarily like a hater on Jarvis. I just said that, like, here's the thing. I think Jarvis has a lot more time to play for Team Canada. I think he's great. I think Jarvis is definitely deserving of being on a roster. I mean, for me, I was more on the lens of, like, you have your fourth line of whether it's Hagel connecting Cirelli. If that's the case, then you don't really need a Bennett over a Tavares or Scheifele per se. So
yeah, I don't think anybody had a problem with Jarvis. I think Jarvis was a great pick for Team Canada. I just think if you leave a guy like Scheifele off, who's having such a career year, who do you remove there? And for me, there's 3 or 4 guys on that team where you're like, oh, I'd rather have Scheifele.
Yeah,
play the wing and center.
I think there is a valid argument to say Scheifele over Jarvis, but Jarvis is probably a bit better defensively.
I would take Scheifele over Bennett.
No,
I would take Scheifele over. I would take Scheifele over. I don't know.
Hagel and Cirelli are just so good shorthanded. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's the thing. I thought they were. Yeah, that's the thing. It's hard to say Cirelli. I feel like if maybe Crosby wasn't healthy, Scheifele's definitely on the team. Marchand is a guy, he's up there too, but Marchand played great today. He had a goal. I don't know. It's such when it's Canada, it's feast or feast. I mean, you're going to leave good players off the roster.
Yeah.
Same with US. Everybody's pissed Tage Thompson on there. Tage Thompson doesn't have a physical bone in his body, and he could be one of the most physically dominating players. If the guy played with any amount, if Tage Thompson played with half the physicality Alexander Ovechkin had in his game, Tage Thompson would be considered one of the best players in the league, but he's not physical. And it proved, like, look at where Buffalo is in the standings. This is Riley's job. This is our friend Riley Ecott's job to talk about this. He's a Buffalo Sabres fan. I love Thompson. That's the thing. It's like, I let the people that know what they're doing do it. It is what it is. Oh, we lost HTH. I'm going center. I'm just saying, like, Why? Let's not spend time. Let's win with who we have. Just go out there and win with who you have. You have enough good players. You can do it. Canada, US, whoever. You know, Finland and Sweden are a little bit less of a, they're at less advantage because they had to pool from their NHL rosters. They didn't get to pick players from the Finnish and Swedish elite leagues. So they could have picked younger guys that are maybe up and coming that could have made a huge difference. You know, Micah Ruzione just talked about this on Morning Cup of Hockey. The 80 Olympic hockey team, who in my opinion had the greatest sports upset in the history of the world. They beat the Russians, who never lost. They hadn't lost in over a decade. And then the last time they lost in any kind of competition was the 72 Summit Series. Well, their best player got cheap shotted by Bobby Clark. He broke his ankle with a slash to the ankle. So it's like, you could say what you want to. Good job on Canada. You won out of 8 games, you won 5.
Yeah.
But this is an Olympic competition, one game, different thing, different scenario. You're talking about, it's just one of those things where you've got there's so many good players everywhere. Who are the guys that, if you get young, talented guys, that 80 Olympic roster is younger than any college team would be right now. That's how youthful they were, because they were all college players, if you don't know. So it's just one of those things where, and this Canada team was not young. I mean, you've got Crosby, you've got Marchand. Both those guys made huge impacts. So obviously their training, their work ethic, how great they keep themselves in shape, it showed, and it's awesome. So I'm super proud to be a part of this channel. I'm super proud to be with all these great fans. 470 in the chat. I feel like we try to get to know most of you, where you're from. We keep it personal. It's awesome, man. And I'm very blessed and just appreciate John for always letting me be a small part of his channel. Now I feel like a huge part of his channel, and we're trying to take this to new heights. So I hope you guys join us and stick with us. And we're all about, I always want to be objective and bring like the best perspectives to the game. So not naming Tommy Chong head coach maybe proved to be a mistake. Aces 96, you're awesome. You're awesome.
No, but yeah, I think we already kind of went over that, but great point. So yeah, I think if they were able to pull outside of the NHL, it would have helped.
Especially missing one of the best defensemen in the NHL. It's unbelievably sad we're not going to see Miro Heiskanen. People don't know how good that guy is. So pretty amazing.
Sure. Yeah. But yeah, guys, thank you again for being here. From Jeremiah and myself, hit that subscribe button on YouTube, hit that like button. It's always great to see you on all platforms. On the YouTube channels, we continue to grow towards 100K. We'll get there one day. But yeah, awesome. Canada wins 4-3. A little bit of I saw Ace. Thank you, Ace, for being here. Appreciate you. I saw you say, yeah, Canada kind of playing with disaster potential there. So
I didn't jinx the team, Ma.
I know, it was close. It was close.
I didn't jinx them. I have nothing to do with it.
Yeah. But Scarby, appreciate that.
Yes, exactly.
I like it. Blessed and proud by Puckheads for Puckheads. Love hockey communities and love you too. Big shout to the Beards wifey. Love it. Thank you. Thank you, Steph. Appreciate you.
Yes. Awesome. You ready to kill this thing?
Yep. Let's kill it. Let's
okay.
Let's hit the hay. Call it a night. Thank you so much, guys. Everyone, hype on the way out. Lots of love. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.